And I think that means I'm live. Greetings and salutations. This is HUGH JARSZ. Back, greetings and salutations and Merry Christmas. If ever there was a Christmas where you should be merry, 2020 is it. Such a terrible year. I am rather drunk for this, so hopefully that will add to the entertainment. I don't think I've got anyone watching just yet, so I'm wondering when people are going to come over. We were watching the shills. I've left a note there that maybe I should leave another note. I've started my stream. Come on over. Do we have anyone in the chat? No, nothing there yet. This is going to be fun. It's amazing how happy I feel after having, I think I'm on my 5th rum. And I'm not talking about, mucking around. I've got a 1 litre cup here, and it's probably got 800 mils of Coke in it. Well, Diet Pepsi, really. And 200 mils of rum. Good old Bundaberg rum, made here in Queensland. I've got, it's a 1.125 litre bottle, and I've drunk about a third of it so far. So I'm having a great Christmas so far. Where is everyone? Come on over from the shills. They've had their time. They're still going over there. Not that anyone can hear what they're saying. Or can they? No, they're still mute. Stream has started. Come on over. I'd put a link in there as well, shouldn't I? Well, I don't know how to do it. I should look this way. There we are. Copy the link. Copy link address. And there we go. Where is everyone? Well, we're waiting for the treasure hunt to end on the shills stream. Poor old Dick. He's as drunk as he's going to be, I think. We'll see how we go. Oh, Daryl M's here. How are you, Daryl? Well, it's a good thing that we got one person here after all this. You can hear me okay? Please let me know. To be honest, I haven't really planned anything with this. I've been so drunk and busy with cooking Christmas lunch and everything like that. It's I've got a few videos that I've got in mind anyway, so I'll play those a bit later on, especially when I figure out. But I want a few people to come in before I can do that. It looks like it's just Daryl and me at the moment. Surely there's a few. This is 3 p.m. on Christmas Day. This is the time when you're full of food and you're full of grog. I'm certainly that right now. Yes, I'm in Brisbane too, Daryl. Yeah, it's not too bad. I've got the aircon on anyway. I get a stuffy house if I don't, when it's over about 25 degrees Celsius. But yeah, it's a cloudy day, which doesn't help with the humidity. But yeah, it's been a good Christmas so far. I've been enjoying the shill show. Well, we've got 3 people. Who's the 3rd person? Soda Wolf and Skydiver Tanner. There we go. Merry Christmas, bipeds. Well, how do you know I've only got 2 legs? Help when cooking roast on the barbecue. Yeah, I guess that you can do that. It's not like in the Northern Hemisphere where you have to battle snow to be able to do that. So here we are. Yeah, what was I saying? I was saying something about, yes, 3 p.m. is when, on Christmas Day, 3 p.m. is when you're absolutely full of food, absolutely full of grog, and all you want to do is crash on the couch and be entertained by someone because you can't be bothered getting up again. And that's what this stream is all about. So hopefully I'll be able to give you that entertainment. I'm a little bit drunk myself, so I'm not sure I've got so much capability, but we'll see how we go. We got 5 watching now. Oh, yes, John Rapp's here. Woohoo! Everyone give John Rapp the traditional welcome. Can I do it from here? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't do it from here because I have to be in YouTube itself. But everyone give John Rapp the traditional welcome. Hello, historical philosopher. It's good to see you. Yes, Daryl is a triped. Some people call me a tripod, but it's a bit hard to tell because it's all absorbed with fat, of course. Has Dick ended his stream yet? Looks like he's finishing it. He just got sound, so he's just finishing it. Oh, Seeming Cup of Reason. Have I got a link for him? That's not it. Yeah, we've got to have Seeming Cup of Reason. That's for sure. Where am I? StreamYard's invite. Copy to clipboard. There we go. We'll have Streaming Cup of Reason. Well, I guess he's streaming. Yeah, so you at 3 p.m. on Christmas Day, you climb onto the couch like a bloated walrus. That's why I've named the stream that way. That's the way I feel right now. I've got like half a pork roast in me and a whole bunch of potatoes and 5 massive Bundaberg rums and Coke. Well, Pepsi Max. I prefer Pepsi over Coke. Some people don't, but hey, that's your choice. What do we got going on here? Yeah, so... Oh, my God, I'm just sort of spacing out somewhat. I'm so drunk. I'm not even sure where I'm looking. It looks like the shills have ended their stream. And so I guess I should look in here. No one seems to want to join yet. We're being very merry, Boomer, because if there's ever going to be a Christmas where we should be merry, it's Christmas 2020. It's been a shit of a year for most people. Ugly German truce. Always good to see you. I wish I knew how to say Merry Christmas in German, but hey, you speak English, so. The streamer's sound is witchcraft. Yes, Dick seemed to lose his sound in the last 5 minutes or so, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, my God. I don't know what I'm going to do now. All right, I did find a video that I wanted to play. Let's see if I can figure out how to share it. I've got so many tabs open. I'm a high IQ person right now. So let's play that. Maximum size. Oops. Go back to where I was. Damn it. I'm also getting used to this StreamYards thing. Damn it. Clicked the wrong thing. All right. Let's share screen. Although I don't. Oh, Seeming Cup of Reasons here. How are you, Jeff? Can you hear me, Jeff? Apparently not. See if I can share my screen. It doesn't seem to be working, though, for some reason. Oh, no, share screen's down here. Jeff.
Yeah. You hearing me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How's life? How's Christmas in Vietnam?
Oh, it's fucking hot, but good. Quiet.
Is there a big thing about Christmas in Vietnam, or is it like it's not like Japan?
It's mostly just another day. I had to use a holiday day to take today off. There's still a lot of people in the office. So.
Well, it was a working day, is it?
Are we using this stream, or we have to go to a new one? Because I got to give Dr. Bob a new link.
I think I hear, what's his name, Dick in the background, but he has his own link. So is he joining through you, Jeff? This is hard to do when you're drunk. Frolic, what? Weihnachten. How about that? That's what historical philosopher says.
I'm hearing you through Steaming Cup of Reason's fucking speakers.
Ah, well, I can hear you, Dick. You got your own link, though. I sent it to you through Discord.
Okay, we gotta figure something out. Dr. Bob, the science guy, is looking for a link to the show there, Hugh. Where do I send him? Because
okay. Well, the same link I sent you, you should send to him, but I can probably send it to him separately. Where is he?
Send him the same link that you sent to me. Yeah, that's not going to work out well. Hold on.
Up the science guy. Oops, that was his Discord, not his message.
Start Discord. How does that work? I've had it open all night.
The wonders of technology, eh? All right, let's try that. I've sent Bob the link. Have you got yours? You got the link?
Wow.
You got the link, Dick? Let me see if I can send it to you again. Where are you?
Which meets link do I give Dr. Bob?
It's not Meets, it's StreamYard.
Okay, I'm not in StreamYard, so I have no idea what you're talking about. We're all hanging out in Meets here.
Yeah, we'll jump into Discord and you'll get a link to StreamYard there.
What Discord am I going to, dude? I've got like 70 servers.
Have you? Oh, okay. What's it tell me? Close, add note, profile. Let's have a look at profile. Dick Dawson, 1670.
Okay. Oh, StreamYards. I see. You sent me a thingy. Okay, hold on. I'll send it over to people. All right, here we go.
Ugly German truce. I am very pro-metric. There's only one country in the world that doesn't use metric, and they don't count.
I'm going to jump out of the meet and head over to StreamYard.
Oh, okay. In fact, if you're on Meets, I don't know how I'm talking to you because I haven't got Meets open.
No, I'm already in StreamYard with you, but I also was in the meet with Dick.
Ah, that's how it's working. All right. See Dick's there, so we'll add him to the stream. G'day, Dick. How are ya? It's good to have Dick in this stream. Streaming Dick.
No thing.
Streaming Dick. It's a drippy affair.
Absolutely. Let us know.
There we go.
Can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, now I do.
Yep, absolutely. Here we are. Christmas Day. Is it Christmas Day for you yet?
It is. Well, it was yesterday morning, actually, because my son and I had our Christmas Day for like the last 24 hours so that he could go and hang out with his grandma and his mom for a few days until she takes off for 4 months, which I'm so sad to have happen. You see? Do you see that? You see that right there? You see how sad I am? You see that? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I thought you were pointing to a zit, actually, but anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm that sad. You see that? You see that? You know, I'm crying right now. You know?
You're crying about your ex going away for 4 months, or that your son's with your ex?
No, I'm crying that she's gone away for 4 months because it makes me so sad. You see how sad it makes me? Yeah, you see that? You know, what it means is, holy fuck, the bitch is gone, and for the love of God, things can go proper for 4 months. Oh!
Come on, I'm sure she's not that bad.
Have you met Sasquatch? Actually, no, you don't live in northern Canada, so you haven't. But
Sasquatch, that's not yo, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, Hugh, I'm looking at your stream on YouTube, and it says you're still waiting.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's saying I'm live.
No, I've
I
got
should have a
just
look.
waiting for HUGH JARSZ. I'm refreshing and
Yeah, me too.
It says live now.
well, you're not coming through on YouTube. Just
No,
got
I'm
your
seeing that
thumbnail.
okay. Can those in the chat let us know if you can see that it's okay?
No, they can't see it. I can tell you right now. It says waiting for HUGH JARSZ.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing. Hello. Someone's playing the stream. Oh, it's probably me, isn't it? I'm playing the stream in the background. Let me mute that.
Have a derpy Christmas, eh?
Well, there's so much derp, isn't there? But that's the thing. This year of 2020, I mean, if there's any Christmas where you should be merry, this is the year.
Hey there, Mr. Shinto S. Merry fucking Christmas. God is going to kick your ass, you infidelic pagan scum.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, well, is that just me? Oh, okay, sorry.
That was just you. Everyone in the chat seems to think that everything's going okay. So even that bloke with the joke flag, is that the guy that they're referring to Dick Dawson? I don't know.
Are you kidding me? If you call my thing a joke flag again, I will spend the airfare to fly down there and talk to you in person.
You'll need to wear a mask all the way, of course.
Yeah, well, at that point, I'm not sure I will. I'll be that pissed off. Why would you make fun of my flag? I don't make fun of your fucking country's flag. What the fuck? Who the fuck? God damn. You know what? I'm done. I'm fine. I'm all right.
Well,
I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be the fucking asshole who does that. Fuck you.
Yeah, let it be some other asshole.
Not me.
Damn it, that pissed me off. What the fuck, man? Seriously?
Ugly German Truth says, how could Dick Dawson raise any other banner? Isn't that a fig leaf? Also known as a biblical dick cover. No, I think it's a maple leaf somehow.
Yeah, it actually is. And you know what? It produces serious resin that is amazing on your breakfast. But never mind, because you wouldn't know. But, you know, Ugly and I, we play a lot of back and forth. That's totally fine. But that other thing, what the fuck? Who was that person, man? Fuck you, man. Fuck.
What was that, man? I missed it, man. I was away for a bit.
Somebody was dumping on the Canadian maple leaf like it was some kind of joke, you know, and I was like seriously pissed off.
John Rapp, of course.
Fuck, yeah.
So I gave him the middle finger. That just he hates that.
Yeah, but John, when he plays, you know, games with me, he's being John Rapp. That's fine. I know he's being a clown because we give each other the middle finger because, you know, he was the guy with his phone in his pocket. But that other thing, man, with that other person, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Damn, that pisses me off. You fucking dump on somebody's country for nothing. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Well, it depends on the country, I guess.
I couldn't agree
more.
No,
it doesn't. It doesn't at all. You don't fucking do that, man. Fuck you. You can play games in the name of fun. And you can have, like, you know, some jokes. But you better damn well make it known that you're playing jokes. Otherwise, you're being an asshole, and fuck you. You know, fuck you.
Well, we Australians always rip on New Zealanders in regards to rugby league, at least. And we rip on the Poms in regard to cricket.
Yeah, I get a little testy, you know, that way, you know, but I'm sure Steaming Cup of Reason agrees with me, you know. If you're gonna play country rubs, do it properly. Don't be an asshole.
Absolutely, man. I wore the uniform and served the country for 3 years. You don't fucking diss Canada. Not with while I'm fucking walking.
No, not happening, man. But Hugh, Hey, Hugh, you've got Christmas rolling through your side of the world, man. How's it going?
Well, like I said, I'm on my fifth rum, so I'm pretty pissed. Of course, North Americans don't understand piss, do they? Piss means you're drunk.
Oh, no, I understand piss because I've lived it for like 4 days. You know, dude, what I've done is I've been sucking down coffee like wildfire for the last 3 days, but every one of them has been infused with Baileys, and I mean infused. You know what I mean?
Like, instead of milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a drop or two of coffee for flavor, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? You know, I do a Canadian style, you know?
Wouldn't it be cheaper to buy some Irish whiskey and just put that in your coffee rather than buy Baileys? Because Baileys, you're paying a lot of money for the cream, not so much for the whiskey.
Yeah, but it's all about the flavoring. Like I've gone through, I don't know, $90 in Bailey's Irish coffee cream. That's what we call it here, right? In the last couple of days alone. And I know that there is, you know, the more powerful kick and so on, but that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is that, you know, I'm sitting there at my computer, I'm loving life, you know, kicking ass, taking names and thinking to myself, man, if the browning on that fucking drop of beautiful booze had have been a marshmallow, that fire would have been at 325 degrees. You know, it would have been perfect, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jeff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You want that nice mellow buzz.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. You know, I
wanna
want to
keep that
ride
going for
it
a few
from
days.
beginning to end. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean, man.
So just take a pause. I want to welcome my future wife, Amy Hogan. How are you, Amy?
I am great. Thank you. How are you? Thank
good
you
to
for
see you
bringing
here.
me in.
Well, thank you for coming.
You're very welcome. This is going to be
And-
fun. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Amy,
And like I said
this
earlier-
guy does not know how possessive I am, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, well, if you like it, put a ring on it.
You have no idea how close I am.
I don't see why you'd make it. The only reason I haven't is I'm on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
You're not.
Oh, no. Amy and I have been like as close can be since what? I don't know, 3 years ago or something.
Oh gosh, something like that. Yeah.
You know, we got to know each other in the live chats of some of the other live streams and stuff, and we started talking about you know, the special needs kids and whatnot, and we realized, hey, we're in the same place, aren't we? And
Yes.
before you knew it, you know, we had a real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
some people wish they had that, and they think they
Yeah.
do, but they don't get it. You know,
Right.
they're not, you know, like our family is family.
It sure is.
You know, it's
Sure
huge,
is.
it's big, it's massive, it's all that, and holy, that bucket of chicken has nothing on us.
That's right. Even chicken has that. Yeah.
You know.
Amy, can I ask you what time it is where you are? You're in Maine, aren't you?
Yes, I am. It is midnight here right now. So
Oh.
it's Christmas. Yay, it's official.
Yay.
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Christmas, everybody.
So
Merry
has Santa
Christmas.
been for Matt yet? Or
What's that?
has Santa been for Matt yet?
Yes, he has.
Oh.
He came through. He was successful, so that was good.
Has Matt gone to bed? Or?
He might be. He might be probably resting now because he was so excited all day. So it was cute.
Speaking of which, is Matt around? Yeah, you know, if he's not, don't wait. You know, don't stir him. But you know, I know we had our big Christmas yesterday, and it was so overwhelming. Oh my God! By the time I went to bed yesterday, I was destroyed. It was, I was done, but it was amazing. Like, it was amazing. If you think that me saying I'm done, like I'm exasperated, I'm just destroyed. If you think that I didn't enjoy it, you have missed the boat entirely. Right?
Yep.
You look like you've enjoyed it.
It was unbelievable, but I was destroyed.
Tomorrow is my day. I know when I went to bed yesterday, I was sitting there doing something. I don't even remember now. And I just remember waking up the next day. So that's going to be my turn tomorrow night too. Cause it's been awesome to watch, but he's just been so excited all day. So,
that's awesome.
So it's going to be interesting.
He loves Christmas, eh?
Oh, he does. He really does. It's really cute. He's excited.
And can you, if he's asleep right now, can you give us any clues as to what Santa might bring him?
Yes, he got him some critters.
Some critters?
Cool.
He's got some critters coming, and they all came in, and I was just so excited.
And by critters, do you mean like what? Cockroaches? What?
No, some new stuffies that he. Yeah. Oh, no bugs. No. I'm okay with most of them, but don't get moths near me. Those are even worse than cockroaches to me. But yeah, he's got some new plushies coming, some new Minecraft ones. I'm really excited.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's excited too. So.
Oh, yes, cool.
Yes, and they all came in. I was just like, yes. So I'm excited too. So I'm going to be really tired tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. We had our morning yesterday, and I know what you're about to have, and it's going to be so amazing.
It is. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh my God. We had such a good day yesterday. It was so good. I started building a Lego, and it was an off-brand Lego. It wasn't real Lego, right? But I started building an off-brand Lego with Felix, and oh my God, I was in the background and I was muting and just holding my breath. I was like, oh, I fucking hate this fucking shit. And the directions were so bad. I was so angry. I was losing it. But the next day we wake up, and us, we have our waffles and sausage and everything, right? I'm a big I love my Belgian waffles guy, right? I can't help it. But we have a big breakfast, right? So I go up the next day after breakfast, and I'm like, dude, before you want to go and see grandma and stuff, you want to do a little bit more Lego? Okay, cool. So we start doing the Mars rover set. No bullshit at all. It's a perfect set. And I'm sitting there and I'm putting it together. I'm like, really, you bastards? After what you put me through last night, putting together the shuttle and the fucking, I want you all dead. And it's not personal. It is, I feel it, and I want you all dead.
And mental preservation, yeah.
Yeah. And the second set was so well put together. I was like, wow. This is crazy. So I was asking Morton Nielsen and Linda, because they do Lego streams, right? I was asking them tonight, hey, guys, you want to do a little thing where we do, a review on the off-brands? Well, we have some of them too. And it was perfect. And then Morton got a little bit pissy because he's a real Lego guy, and he didn't like some of the things that came up, and he got real pissy, and he's gone. He's gone. So, I don't know if it was, let's see, if it was the Danish Lego, that pissed you off? Maybe it was the Chinese Lego that pissed you off? Maybe it was the North American Lego that pissed you. But you know what? We're going to pull it together. We're going to calm down. And everybody's going to do their best. And we're going to have a gay old time. Hey?
Just like the Flintstones, yep. I just want to acknowledge Irish Demon. I was hoping he'd come in, but maybe he'll come in on the later live stream. Merry Christmas, Irish Demon. You're an awesome contributor, creator, that's the word. I'm so drunk, I don't know what I'm saying. He says, lads and lassies, I've been in and out of a hangover coma all morning. Well, so you should be. Merry Christmas, just about to head out to my friends for lunch. Well, let me know when you get back. We might still well be going. I mean, Dick's been going for 6 hours now? That's
6 hours, 6 hours. Come on. 6 hours, mamby-pamby, blah, blah, blah. Seriously, hold on. I've got to do a 1 second here. I got to do a invite to somebody in the background because I got a special surprise for everybody.
Uh-oh. Always worried about surprises.
Here. What day of the week is it? Is it Thursday?
It's Friday.
Friday is Christmas Day, yeah.
No, it was Thursday when I started this. Okay.
Yeah, of last week.
Yeah. All right. No, because you're all a bunch of, yeah, no, I hate you all.
So I just want to say quickly, Merry Christmas to Facty, NA, My Mum Bakes Cakes, Global Mom, Ugly German Truce, and Doctor Who. Thank you for being part of the chat, and it's always great to see you.
Here we go. I got an invite out to somebody who's going to pop in if they got a second. And you know what? No, I can't even bring myself to it. You still all suck. It's just, it's terrible. Every one of you just suck. You're terrible. You're horrible. Amy, why are we here? What are we doing?
Well, Amy's here because she's my future wife.
Yeah, but
I don't know why you're here. I think it's to not come here. So.
They're dragging us through the depths of reality. It's I feel like I'm being oh no, wait a minute. This is Hugh's stream. Oh shit, that was supposed to be for what's his name stream. Right, sorry, hold on. Here, let me start again. Okay, ready? We're not live, right? We can do this again. Okay, 3, 2,
live.
1. Hey, HUGH JARSZ, how you doing, buddy?
Man, it's great to see Dick Dawson. I love having Dick in my stream. And also, big welcome to some unknown guy called Team Skeptic.
Hey, team.
Oh my God, seriously? Hugh, what's your problem? You let everybody in this stream? Like, seriously, is that how it's going to go? Team, how you doing, buddy? Merry Christmas. I hope you and yours are doing really well.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I don't have a lot of time because I'm unfortunately just passing through, honestly. And I wanted to tell everybody here that you guys are fucking awesome. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Nah, I'm not. I'm just some guy on the internet doing random shit.
Hey, you gotta watch these goddamn cartoon motherfuckers, don't you, team? Oh, sorry. Yeah, keep on.
The toonies are crazy. The toonies are crazy for sure. But I want to tell you guys Merry Christmas, and I hope all of you and your families and everything, I hope you'll have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I'm going to see you guys on the flip side of that, man. You guys are fucking awesome. You rock, and you deserve the best Christmas out there, man.
Well, Merry Christmas, team. Thank you for joining our stream.
Team. Thank you so much.
You are a big inspiration to me, and I love everything you do. And you inspire me to continue to build my channel to anything like yours. I think it'll be many years before I do that, but you are just so good at what you do. I love watching you and learning from what you do.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a learning experience, even for myself. With every stream, every video, I try to learn something positive and something negative, so I know what not to do moving forward and what to do moving forward as well. So
I do have a tip for you, though. Don't turn
Yeah.
sideways. You'll become invisible.
I That's my fighting style. So people pull out guns, I just say bullshit. I turn sideways, like shoot the paper, asshole.
Where'd you go?
Hey, team.
But-
So I hope you and yours are having a good Christmas down there, man. You know, I hope everything is really rocking and things are just sailing nice for you guys. You know, you guys deserve it. You know, I know you're a family man just like myself, and hats off to you. You know, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been absolutely wonderful. I get to see, you know, family on different days. We're kind of spacing things out for COVID reasons. You know, we have some older people in my family, and we also have some high risk people in my family. So we have to be very careful about what we do. And I encourage everybody. I know how much it's going to mean to people to have to kind of push Christmas off a little bit, or what you would normally think Christmas should be, just a little bit. But, you know, for the people that mean the most to you in your life, it's really worth that one day of just saying, maybe not do Christmas so hard, maybe not get 50 people together in one house and all real close to each other. It's unfortunate because I would never say that under normal circumstances, it's how you should treat your family. I mean, I treat my family like that, but I wouldn't tell people to treat their family with social distancing unless we're done with this pandemic. But I hope everybody has a great one, and I really do, man. You guys are fucking amazing, and y'all help me. Honestly, y'all drive me to be a better content creator, especially all of you have pretty much been a part of my channel since I was tiny. So it means a lot to me that you're still watching my channel, that you still find it enjoyable, and it just makes me want to be a better content creator in person for each and every one of you.
Kick ass, man. Thanks for stopping in, team. Glad you had a few minutes for us, buddy.
Always good to see you, man.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Steaming Cup of Reason, man. You and Conspiracy Cats have a really good thing going. Don't ever stop that.
Awesome,
you're not wrong there, eh? Yeah, don't they really do it well, team? Come on, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, to be able to do that with cats is amazing as well. It's a great opportunity for you. But I do have to get going, guys. I love each and every one of y'all, and y'all have a great rest of your show.
Awesome.
Take care, team.
Merry Christmas.
Be careful, buddy.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Be healthy.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you, Amy. All right.
Thank you.
Later.
Oh, he's gone.
All right.
Oh, so awesome he came along. That's great. Team Skeptic's one of my favorite creators. I love having him around. It's just great that he was able to pop by. That's awesome. Thank you for inviting him, Dick.
Oh, yeah, of course, you know. Dudes like that, you know, the guys that give us the inspiration, the will to go forward, and oh my God, I mean the will to go forward, because when you listen to this shit over and over again, I mean, how many of you have, you know, seriously considered taking your own lives? I know I have. You know?
YouTube.
I'll say that.
Sorry, Jeff?
There have been a few close calls. I'll say that.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I wanted to take my own life over YouTube, put it that way. But, yeah, I mean, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing. But yeah, it's someone like Team, you can see, you know, he's what, 50 pounds? And if he can get 40,000 or nearly 40,000 subscribers, then anyone can.
There you go. No, Team rocks, man. He's cool. I love his channel. Been watching his channel for almost 2 years now. Puts out great stuff, and he's a good guy.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was the guy that brought me into Discord and everything, because in the beginning when I met Team and he was doing his channel, right, I was like, dude, how do you find these motherfucking losers, right? And he was like, you got to join us in the Discord. And I'm like, no, I don't do social media, man. It's not happening. He's like, no, but you're really, really outspoken. You have to join us in the Discord. And so I did. And that's what started what became, you know, everything that I do now. So, you know, cool. Yeah. You know, blame that son of a bitch. You know,
well, it's the same for my channel as well. I mean, you know, I was watching FTFE and Team Skeptic for like 6 months before I decided to do a channel, and it was Mr. Sensible basically gave me the kick over the threshold. But it was really FTFE and Team Skeptic that I aspired to be, and not that I'm anywhere, not even a pale shadow of them still, but I still aspire to that, and I will keep going until I get somewhere near that. And of course, I'll move on.
Hold on. Never mind the comparisons, because I'm not hearing that. What we're talking about is why we do what we do. We're not doing this, you know, I'm a pale shadow of, fuck all that. You know, I didn't even hear that. That's nonsense. You know, I'm not listening. But what I will listen to is good content. And you, holy shit, man, you have it in spades, buddy. That's good stuff, man. Well, I really like it.
I really appreciate you saying that. You're about the only person who's ever said that to me. So I'm really impressed by that. Thank you very much.
Oh, dude. I mean, over on the shills in the iNetwork, we always talk like you see his latest video. That son of a bitch is crazy, man. You know, we're always talking about your next one, man.
Yes. And you have such a unique style. It's really good. And please don't lose that style. It's really good. It's awesome.
That's exactly it, Amy, right? Don't you dare change who you are.
I mean, I've been told that Americans aren't exposed to non-American accents very often. So anyone who's British or Australian or New Zealand or South African or anything like that, people who actually speak real English.
I was just going to say, I'm Canadian, so I speak real English. Absolutely. I understand what you're saying.
There's no other country in the world that says Z. It's Z. Get it right.
Yeah, that's what, like, when you look at the IROC Z, the Z28, you know, the American cars, they can't even say the names of their own wheels properly.
Now, well, English is full of local variations. If you go to England, you drive for an hour, you've got a completely different accent. So, you know, I don't have a great problem about local variations, but when they're changed for no apparent reason, that's what pisses me off. Because it makes it difficult for everyone. So
it does. And then, you know, some measurements, you know, like measurements and everything, hardly anybody else in the world uses like Fahrenheit or anything like that.
Well,
Thankfully,
no one else in the US now.
Exactly, except for us and maybe I think Liberia. I think is the other place.
Not Liberia. They've changed.
They've changed. So
and the vast majority of America actually uses metric. It's just not the public. It's all the government and the military and everything like that. They all use metric.
Hey, you. You. My YouTube says it's still waiting for you as if we're not live.
Yeah, I think something's happened in terms. I've got 2 streams up. And I think we're on the Western Hemisphere one, which is supposed to happen in at 1 p.m. my time, 1 a.m. my time, and it's 3:45 p.m. So somehow the Western Hemisphere one has happened and the Eastern hasn't. I don't know how that's happened because if I look on stream,
I see myself. Okay, yeah. You know, of all the fuck ups I know, dude, you're right at the top of the list. You know, you're really doing it.
Well, fuck ups do I do? Let's Steven Cup of Reason sent me something. What's that?
No, I didn't say nothing. I was just laughing at what Dick was saying, man. You won the prize, dude. I'm just going to head back to the office and polish up that fucking trophy for you.
Absolutely.
You know, when it comes to polishing up a trophy, Reason is number one.
There you go.
I have to get a beer before I kill myself laughing.
Well, we don't want that happening, obviously.
Oh,
So Amy
man.
says she tries to use the real English. So you try to speak proper like what Weez does, eh?
Well, I do try, and I also try to spell it the right way, but my autocorrect doesn't like me to do that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the same with us. You know, we get the American dictionary as the default, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that make a lot of sense. The extra U's and things like that, you know, they're kind of unnecessary. But hey, that's the way the language is. So.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, as far as the measurements go, I'm getting better at it because since we're so close to Canada, we have a lot of tourists that come down here. So we do have a lot of double signage. We have a lot of like kilometers and miles. We have, anything metric like that. And a lot of our thermometers are both the Celsius and Fahrenheit. So it helps. That helps a lot because other than that, I'd be lost.
That's the way you got to do it. I mean, when it was introduced in Australia, it was 1974 from memory. And I remember butchers having both pounds and kilograms or grams, depending on how big it was, I guess. And you could figure it out after a little while. And I remember going to the UK in the 90s. So we're talking 20 years later. And everything was in pounds, and I had no idea what anything weighed. It was just confusing. But I was raised in pounds and whatever, imperial, until 1974, when I was 10. So I had a little bit of crossover, but kids today, they got no chance of figuring out what imperial's all about, except if you're an American child.
Yeah, that's true. And that's what he's learning mostly right now.
Are we talking about like Mississippi Queen Mountain? Mississippi Queen!
No, I don't know what you're on, but I wish I had some.
Come on. Damn it. You slackers. Amy, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yes. Leslie West Mountain, baby!
That's right.
Hello to the Mark, by the way. Jeff, you use metric in Vietnam, don't you?
Yes, we do.
He bypassed me quick, didn't he?
Well, no, it's just that Jeff's haven't had much to say yet, so I just wanted to give him a chance.
I would have done it too, though. Shut me up. I would have taken any means necessary. It's all right.
Oh, no, you're very entertaining. I just want to make sure that everyone gets a chance, that's all.
No worries.
So what do you do for entertainment in Vietnam? I mean, does the... you're basically working for a communist government. So what does that mean in real life?
Oh, shit. What's Dick laughing at now?
He's laughing at anything.
I'm laughing at what you're going to come out with, Jeff, on that fucking response. You're basically working for a communist government. How you doing these days?
If you're in China, communist governments aren't that bad.
Yeah, well, I'd like to tell you, but they'd kill me. So,
yeah,
well, you're not allowed to talk about it. Okay.
See, now you know what I'm laughing at because I'm like, yeah, but I know Jeff, and you have no idea the answer to that question. It's gonna not be what you want. I can't even hold this with a straight face. Fuck every one of you. God damn it.
You either haven't had enough beer or too many.
There's no such thing as too many, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff, he doesn't know me very well, does he?
No, not at all. Not at all. Every year at Christmas and New Year, we got to haul out the intravenous kit so he can have his beer on a constant stream.
Who wants a six-pack when you can have a keg?
Case.
Oh, what's a keg? Oh, yeah, that's that small thing of beer they bring around to people that aren't from Canada, right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Dick's got a fucking Budweiser truck out front, big 25,000-gallon truck, just pumping it into the house.
Yeah.
Yes, the thing with Budweiser, it comes straight out of the urinal.
No, not quite. Not our Budweiser. That's your Budweiser. But then again, Hugh, you want to hear something really funny? A Stellar Artois is a serious high-end expensive beer over here.
Oh, it is here as well. You know, anywhere outside of Europe, it's very expensive because of all the taxes they put on it. It's actually quite nice.
It sucks. Well, it's like the kind of beer you should be spending regular local money on, because it's not, you know, what's that word I'm looking for? Damn it. I'm trying to be really nice to everybody. What's that word? Right. I know it. Good. Yes, that's it.
It's not good. I quite like it, actually. It's good for a hot day, but you don't have many hot days in Canada, of course.
Are you kidding? I live in a region where we get like 40 C all summer.
Really? In Canada?
Oh, yeah. And
Close to
right
the
now,
Arctic Circle.
Hugh, the other day, like we have snow right now, but the other day it was 13.6 degrees Celsius in my region.
13.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, for Canada, come on.
Well, that would be a winter minimum here.
Right?
I think the coldest ever temperature recorded here in Brisbane is 2 degrees Celsius.
Brisbane?
Yeah.
Don't you have to, really? So you're one of those people that stand upside down to look at the sky? How does that work for you?
Well, we don't do that for a start. Upside down? Jeez. It's you guys that are upside down.
Well, that all depends on what star is your North Star. That's
Which
just
blurb you
sad.
listen to,
Fuck
yeah.
you, NANA.
Yes,
But you know,
have a strange reality view, don't they?
But Hugh, come on. Let's put it on the line right now. When I look at the North Star, I look up. What direction do you look in?
I look at the ground.
See, flat Earth confirmed. I'm sorry. I've been a mole this whole time, and I have been looking for that one moment of confirmation. Nathan is waiting for my report right now. I can't do this.
I was just going to say, I dare you to finish out with a straight face.
Yes, Nathan would smack your body, I think, if you got that wrong. With a paddle. Gas go down. Boom, boom.
He's too busy smacking his own.
Reason, had I not been on camera, I think I could have pulled that off. But,
No.
damn it, man.
You were close, but I could hear you breaking up, man.
I know. Oh, that's not fair. So, tomorrow, for anybody who's sitting around doing nothing, Purple Rhymes with Orange and some of Purple's friends are doing a big relay stream during Christmas Day. Now, Purple Rhymes with Orange is somebody who, like, as Reason or Amy will say, is one of the closest friends to the iNetwork that we could have, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, I love Purple.
Yeah.
Well, Hugh, Purple is one of those, I don't even know how to say it, but Purple is just, there's something about his thing, like, your thing is very my thing. You're a sarcastic son of a bitch, and I love it.
Oh, really?
But you're almost my competitor, and damn it, it almost pisses me off. But Purple's got a unique look on life, and a very unique look on life. Purple comes up with the kind of jokes that I never would. Reason yourself, like,
yeah,
the guy, he's got his own thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a one of a kind.
And we've got to get Purple in tomorrow, but Purple's got the big stream tomorrow. So if we can't steal him, what we'll do is we'll just join. right? Because we're not going to interrupt, no way. So,
No.
but there is a massive relay stream going on for Christmas tomorrow, and I encourage everybody to be a part of it. Get a hold of Purple Rhymes with Orange. Purple will definitely make sure that you know where to go and where to be in the place to be, because holy fuck, that is going to be the stream of streams, right? Come on.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
All right, so that ad's finished. I think we should play that Nathan Oakley video. Let's see if I can get this to happen.
Oh, dude. Yes.
So let's see if we can make that happen.
Gas doesn't have one, does it?
Tell me if you're seeing this.
Oh, you're assuming gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend. Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatic non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom, boom now, is it? Sorry. Stupid shit.
Making gas go down, go boom, boom, man.
Gas go down, go boom, boom.
Gas go down, go boom, boom.
Down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Is he hurt? Electrostatic? Sorry, electrostatics non sequiturs making gas go down, go boom, boom now, is it? You keep saying
This guy's from Vikings or something.
So gas is going down, go boom, boom, or is this non sequitur? Sequitur. Yeah, it's
I
non
don't think I know what sequitur
gas is
means.
not going down, go boom, boom. Is gas going down, go boom, boom?
If no one claims that gas goes down, go boom.
You do. You claim there's a bias. Downward, you stupid shit.
And away he goes.
Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Electrostatic. Electrostatic. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas doesn't have one, does it? Stupid shit. Is gas going down, go boom, boom? Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom.
Electrostatic. Electrostatic.
Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend. Stupid shit. Gas go down, go boom, boom.
Just captures the essence of Oakley, doesn't it?
Stupid shit. Stupid shit. Oh, you're assuming gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend.
Couple big.
My friend.
That's too
Look at
Non sequitur, but you're
So gas is going down, go boom, boom, or is this non sequitur?
Jesus, an evil motherfucker.
What's going down, go boom, boom? Oh, you're assuming gas go down, go boom, boom. Sorry. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom.
electrostatic.
This gas doesn't have one, does it? My friend, gas go down, go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom.
Electrostatic.
Go boom, boom. Gas go down, go boom, boom.
Oh, I'm dying over here. Oh.
Have one, does it?
Oh.
Stupid shit. It doesn't go down!
That was awesome.
God.
That's
was
from
awesome.
a very small
there
channel
was-
called. Hang on, let me give credit, Mr. Pascal Marx. He did that work, and that was brilliant work, Mr. Pascal Marx. Well done.
That was awesome.
That was great.
And if you saw Harry Seaman's coverage of that live stream from Nathan Oakley, you'll understand why that's so funny.
Yep, exactly. It's yeah.
Oh my God, I almost died. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And I'm going to put a link to Pascal Marx's channel in the chat as soon as I get there. So,
Oh my God, that damn near killed me. That was the funniest thing. Okay. Wow, that was so funny. Damn it. There's only one thing I can answer that with, and I'm gonna do it. So hold on here.
Merry Christmas, Starley Woods.
What's it called? Vegetable. All right, hold on.
He's deep in thought, folks. He's deep in thought.
He's going to
All
answer.
right, no, I got it. Never mind. You know,
Deep and drunk as well.
yeah. Hold on. Here, I got this. All right. Here, hold on. Here, I got to make sure you guys can hear it, and I don't want to hear it echoed. All right. So here we go. If you're a vegan or you're a vegetarian, this is the other side of the argument, and I just want you all to sit back, relax, open your ears real wide, and go,
Have you clicked share screen? Or is he gone to sleep? No?
No, he's still there, man. He's thinking. Give him a minute.
I understand he's...
Do you guys not hear it?
No, not
No,
yet.
we don't hear fuck all, man.
You got to click share screen down the bottom.
Okay. I think it's coming through.
Do the viewers hear it?
I can hear music, but I can't see anything though.
Watching their skins being peeling, their insides weighted and steamed with no mercy. How do you think that feels? It hurts really bad. Carrot juice constitutes murder, and that's a real crime. Greenhouses, prisons for slaves. It's time to stop all this gardening. It's dirty as hell. Let's call a spade a spade. I saw a man eating celery, so I beat him black and blue. If he ever touches a sprout again, I'll bite him clean in two. I'm a political prisoner, trapped in a windowless cage, 'cause I stopped the slaughter of turnips by killing 5 men in a rage. I told the judge when he sentenced me, this is my finest hour. I'd kill those farmers again just to save one more cauliflower. I've heard the screams of the vegetables, watching their having their insides revealed and steam with no mercy. How do you think that feels? It hurts really bad. Carrot juice constitutes murder, and that's a real crime. Greenhouses, prisons for slaves. It's time to stop all this gardening. It's dirty as let's call a spade a spade. How low as people do we dare to stoop, making young broccolis bleed in the soup? Untie beans, uncage our tomatoes, let hunted plants free. Don't mash that potato. Whoa, no, spare the scarlet, eat a cow instead. I've heard the screams of the vegetables, watching their skins being peeled in the stir-fryer, grated and steamed with no mercy. You fat gourmets, how do you think that feels? Leave them out in the carrot juice constitutes murder. It's greenhouses, prisons for slaves. It's your compost. It's time to stop all this gardening. Take up macrame. Let's call a spade a spade. A spade is a spade is a spade is a spade is a
Oh. That was so sad. That was so sad. I just had a bowl of mashed potatoes. Do I need to go to the police and turn myself in?
So let me just make a point, though. I mean, if people want to be vegetarians or vegans, that's up to them. That's their choice. And
No, it's not.
just as much as we respect their choice, they should respect our choices.
Gardening. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, let's deal with the science of the matter. Humans are fucking carnivores. You want to be a vegetarian? Grow a fucking bunny tail and long ears and just go shit some chocolate eggs. You can do that, then you've convinced me you're a vegetarian, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, Mark Shaw's got the idea. It means more meat for us.
Hey, you know what? I don't condone the eating of beavers, but you always know where they are because damn.
Yeah.
Well, it's a brainy, but
Damn.
be worried.
Yeah.
So, what's your position, Amy, on the eating of beavers?
Oh well.
Guess that depends on the species, huh?
Do they taste like vanilla?
Amy, I know Amy well enough to know right now that she is plotting your death. But you know, go ahead.
Well, I didn't bring up the topic. Put it that way.
No.
Yeah, but I was putting it on you because then I didn't have to deal with it.
Oh, hey.
I am on the other side of the planet, remember? So,
Yeah.
or the other side of the disc, you might say.
Yeah, but Amy and I are really close. So if I was to say, you know what, it's probably his fault, I'm pretty sure she's gonna buy it.
Oh. I'm listening. I'm right here.
I know, come on. You gotta back me up here because we know you do it, right? Otherwise, I'm sitting here sailing solo, honey. Come on. Oh man, but that was so funny. Reason, shouldn't we play the last Saskatchewan pirate?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Hugh is just like, what the fuck is with these guys? Yeah. But dude, this is really funny song because the song is about, having nowhere to go in life, no, money coming in, you're screwed. So you're going to go off and be a pirate. But in Saskatchewan, there is no open water. They only have rivers.
So hang on, just before we go on, for those people who aren't familiar with Canada or Canada, where is Saskatchewan?
It's right smack in the middle.
Yeah.
It's sandwiched between all the cool provinces.
Yeah.
Are there any cool provinces in Canada?
Well,
they're all cool except Saskatchewan.
Yeah, well, I guess they're close to the Arctic. Yeah, they would be cool.
Saskatchewan is like Germany. It's that province you drive through really fast to get somewhere else.
Yeah. And the cool thing about Saskatchewan is you can do it blindfolded and not hit anything on your way through.
Okay, so
when we drive to Melbourne, for example, we just want to get through New South Wales. It's just a place we don't want to be.
Well, you're familiar with the outback in Australia, right? The outback is just this vast expanse of nothing. Well, cover that shit in fucking wheat and you've got Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
What people don't understand about the outback is it's at least a day's drive from any capital city, usually 2. So, yeah.
Well, that's about right. So here we go. You play this up. We'll all mute. And this is stupid Canadians talking about being pirates when they live on the side of a river. you know, reason. What do I say about this? Like,
what can you say? But
yeah, here we go.
Put on your hockey helmets. You're going to be banging your head on something.
Matey, ha ha! Where's my buccaneers? On my bucket head.
Tape, videotape.
Oh, here,
Tape
shut
on.
up, shut up. All right, there we go. Okay, sorry. That's life in Canada. You know, it's
being a pirate is a
alcohol and a little bit of fun.
I would have thought Canada is a bit like Russia, you know, because so much of the time you're under snow, so you just spend a lot of time drinking.
You have no idea what's going on in the world, do you?
Well, I have no idea what's going on in Canada, no.
Yeah, no, it's a lot like Russia, except we do it in fun. So, we don't sit around and go, we got our asses kicked, and drink. We sit around the campfire and go, yeah, and, we're the ones that burnt down the White House. We kind of do, Jeff, we do what we want, don't we? We're Canadians, man, That's kind of how it is.
We lost Jeff. He's still there.
Well, he's there.
I'm still here.
Yeah, the Canadians, they kind of do as they please, don't they?
Absolutely, man.
I would have thought there's a lot of, overlap between Canadians and Australians because we're all sort of third generation pioneer stock. Canada was only opened up a couple of hundred years ago, and the same for us. And you've got a big country with a lot of expanse with no one in it, so the same for us. And we don't take shit from no one.
There's you said big country, and I'm scared that you actually meant the band because that's a scary moment.
There's a band.
Very scary.
Right? They're terrible. But the Australians and the Canadians do have a lot in common. Like, let's say, for example, we have a lot of orchards and vineyards in my area, and every year when the picking season starts, I have Australians and, whatnot crashing on my couch. And you guys always wear the same backpack. I'm just kidding. I can't even do that with a straight face. But we do have a real orchard community where I live. And the Australians especially understand that. And they come here and they make a lot of cash just cruising and chilling in the orchards. And, where I live, we have a very special place. So we got 40 degrees Celsius during the day, right? In our hot months. And people go, holy fuck. Aussies come here and they're like, yeah, cool. All right, let's go, man.
Well, if it's dry heat at 40 degrees doesn't really matter.
No.
If it's humid like it is in Brisbane, it would be a problem.
And you guys are the best guys to go drinking with when the job is done that day, because everybody else is just, pain spent for management, and they're just like,
That's the whole point of working is so you can go get pissed.
Yeah, the real diehards are just like, all right, we're done. Let's go. Let's party. And the Aussies are always there. And in my neck of the woods where we live, we know the Aussie accent means, oh, you can drink. Let's go party. That's exactly what it means, man.
You know what's really weird, though? You're saying Aussies in Canada will go out and pick fruit and orchards and things like that. Aussies in Australia won't. We have to wait for backpackers to come along and do that for us.
Yeah, well, you see, you're our backpackers that come and do it.
Yeah, but it's weird they won't do it in their own country. So
yeah, it's the same here because the locals will not pick their own fruit. They go other places. And all the orchard owners are sitting there like, but it's fruit. Like, it really doesn't matter where it is. Yeah. You know what I mean, Hugh? You know what I mean? It's really weird. But the Aussies in my area of life are considered Canadians, you guys have high regard where I live, we love you guys.
Well, Aussies seem to do that wherever they go in the world, actually, except New Zealand, of course. Like if you go to France, for example, the descendants of the people who survived World War I and World War II are really grateful to Australians. If you say you're Australian there, you've got to get the royal treatment because it was Aussies that basically saved most of the villages in France during those conflicts, and they remember Aussies very fondly. There's a few war cemeteries over there that are Australian based, and a lot of our politicians go over there around Anzac Day to enjoy. Yeah, in the commemorations. So, But yeah, it's funny where you go. Like when I was in England, they wanted to hire. When I lived there for a year, they wanted to hire Aussies because they knew Aussies would work hard, whereas the locals didn't work quite so hard. It's funny how Aussies have this. I guess it's the same as Canadians. We have that pioneer stock. So our attitude is you work hard or you starve, and that's what they appreciate.
Yeah. It's we're very much the same people. Like I have met a lot of Australians in Canada, and myself, I've left our territory a few times being a rock and roller and playing in, all kinds of zones, right? But the end result is Canadians and Australians have a very, very similar thing. They're down-to-earth people who love to get drunk when it's not time to work.
And we both hate the Kiwis.
No,
we love the Kiwis, actually. We just pretend to hate them, that's all, because it's part of their rivalry, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that with the Americans too, right? Amy every now and then in the Shill's private chat, there'll be people that'll be saying, blah blah blah, Trump and stuff, and she'll be like, "Yeah, fucking shut up."
Well, I mean, you have that annual cricket match between Canada and the US, and of course, Canada usually win. So you can rub that in their faces.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had Ben Johnson. Oh, never mind. We had
Wayne Gretzky. Never mind.
Exactly. Yeah. His punk ass too.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last time we had an Australian athlete who wasn't on drugs. But, I've sort of lost interest in the Olympics. I went to the Sydney Olympics
now. The last pure, real Australian athlete is Mark Webber in Formula One. That man is an unbelievable, serious, I'll put it on the line for anything, motherfucker. Mark Webber, hats off to you. I raise my Canadian beer in your name. He is amazing.
Yes, he's achieved quite a lot for a young fella. What is he, 35 now? He's sort of on the end of his motor racing career because your reflexes go away.
Oh, yeah,
But yeah, he's done pretty well. He was driving at Le Mans with Porsche, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a massive Mark Webber fan. If it wasn't for Sebastian Vettel over at Red Bull, Mark Webber would be world champion right now. No problem. No problem at all.
You're right. He should have been world champion.
He deserves it. As far as I'm concerned, Mark Webber should have left Formula One as a world champion.
He should have, yes. And so Daniel Ricciardo was pretty close as well. He did pretty well.
Oh, Daniel Ricciardo is king of the lake breakers, and in my view of the world, and I love Formula One. I mean, I've been watching Formula One since I was on my dad's knee at like 5 years old, So
you remember Alan Jones?
Oh, Alan Jones. I remember cheering on Gilles Villeneuve.
Yes.
Right? I'm an old schooler, Hugh. I'm 50 years old, right? And
I'm older than that.
As far as I'm concerned, Mark Webber should have been a Formula One world champion.
Yeah,
that's that. He deserved it at least once during his time at Red Bull. But they cupped the sack that is that little puke bitch that's going to Aston Martin.
Yeah, I've sort of lost interest in Formula One since a couple of years ago. I remember seeing a video where they compared the sound at the Melbourne Formula One race of the year before to the current year, and it sounded completely different. I was thinking they're completely missing the point of Formula One if they've changed the rules so that it just sounds like a VW going around or something.
when they took about 9,000 RPM out of the engines, I was just like, seriously, guys, what are you doing?
The only good thing to Formula One that's happened in recent years is that Alfa Romeo has come back because they're the most acclaimed motor racing brand or mark of all time, and it's good that they're back in Formula One. But they're not doing that well. That's the problem.
Hugh, you're not wrong. Just to have that mark back in F1 is amazing, isn't it? But
yeah, how long it's going to last, I don't know.
Team, right? It's going to take a while, you know.
Well, they've also been taken over by the French, by the Peugeot group, and Citroën and Renault. Who knows how that's going to work? Because that's an awful lot of brands under the one house now. So,
I'm very concerned with Racing Point going to Aston Martin because, it's Canadian Stroll and whatnot, and the kid sucks. I'll be the first to admit it. Fuck that kid. I'm so glad Perez got the Red Bull drive. I'm so happy, because as a Canadian, to sit here and say, well, Lance deserved the, I can't even say it with a straight face, right? It's disgusting. But there is a real push in the grassroots of F1 due to the salary cap coming in and whatnot. And I think we're about to see the era of the garagista again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll come and go though, no matter what, and they'll keep always tune it to suit the marketing at the particular time. Formula One will get bad, and then it'll get good, and then it'll get bad, and that'll happen ad infinitum, really. But I'm a little concerned that we're losing Amy and Jeff at the moment because they're probably not interested in talking about Formula One.
Yeah, but they were all talking about something else earlier, and you know what? We had our moment too, but Yeah, I agree. We lost everybody there, but damn it, racing is cool.
I like racing. It's just I'm chasing a kid, just checking on him.
Yeah, Amy and I have talked a lot about racing and European cars and stuff. She gets it,
All right. Another reason why she's my future one.
With the CUDA and the old muscle cars, right? Here we go. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I used to be big in F1, but for some reason I just stopped following it. I think mostly because when I came over to Vietnam, it was really hard to link up my times with race times and shit. And I just stopped following it. So I'm not really up on the latest on F1. But when I was still watching, I was a big fan of Jacques Villeneuve. And I used to watch back when Ayrton Senna was still racing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I did too, yeah.
Oh, dude, the Senna era was so amazing. And then it led to Damon Hill and then to Jacques Villeneuve, and we got a Canadian champion. Wasn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah, coming out of Indy, coming out of kart, right into F1, hitting the championship. I mean, who's done that before?
It usually goes the other way because you usually retire from F1 and go to Indy. But, Jacques did it and he stepped up.
He was one of the greatest drivers of all time, really.
We'll geek out on this hard, right? But Jacques torpedoed his own career with that BAR team. That was so bad.
Well, also dying sort of helped. Didn't help very much either.
Yeah, it was so bad. Oh,
that was sad.
Yep, that was.
Oh,
I remember
man.
when I was a kid, I used to watch Andretti in kart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he came back into Formula One in the early 80s too, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
He joined McLaren for the season, right?
Yeah.
He got screwed that season as far as I'm concerned. The McLaren was a hopeless car. Wasn't it the Peugeot engine they had that year, Hugh?
I don't remember.
Because The McLaren of the Michael Andretti year was hopelessly off the pace.
Yeah, it was seriously underpowered.
Yeah, and right at the end of the year, he had a couple of races that kind of showed what he could do. And he even said in an interview, well, kind of too late now, isn't it? Because he knew he was gone, right?
Yeah.
I do seem to remember he won a few races, though, so he did all right. Wasn't it the Honda engine, though?
I'm not sure which engine was his pony, but there was there was something in that engine that kept it from the front row. I can't quite remember what it was.
I'm looking it up now. Last win was the 1978 Dutch Grand Prix, so no, he didn't win it in that when he was at McLaren. Let me look up McLaren.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
So, did Dick say, Amy, did Dick say that you were interested in muscle cars?
Yes. My dad was a mechanic when I was growing up, so it was, I was really into the cars and everything. He had a 68, what was it, a Challenger? Yeah. With a 4-speed in it, and I wanted that car so bad, but he wouldn't let me touch that one.
So, can you see the image I think I'm sharing right now?
Yes, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's well, I own one of these. This is not the same car exactly, but this is a 939 series Alfa Romeo Spider. Mine is from the 2007, and it was I think it was still on sale in 2011. Mine has a 3.2 liter V6. And that's an Italian muscle car, as far as I'm concerned. It's a little bit heavy to be a genuine muscle car, and plus being a Spider, it's obviously is a bit heavier than it should be because they have to put in the bracing. But it's a pretty car, as far as I'm concerned.
That's a beautiful car.
Well, that's the thing about Italian cars; they've always had really nice styling.
Yes, they're works of art. They really are.
I think there's with Italian cars, there's 4 levels. You've got Fiat at the bottom, not just to diminish Fiats, but they're sort of like the mass production cars. And then the next level up are the Alfa Romeos. They're a good combination of performance and styling for the price. And the next level up is Maserati, where they're getting a little bit more expensive than most people can afford, but they're also good on style and performance. And then you've got Ferrari and Lamborghini on the top of that. Which are usually beyond most people, but they've got oodles of performance and oodles of style. So to me, Alfa Romeo is the best combination of all of those. That's why I'm favouring Alfa Romeo. So you didn't get the 939 in America.
No.
It was only European and other markets, not the US. But the US has got the Giulia, which is the latest version. Let me see if I can find one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're finally starting to get those cars back in the U.S. again, and it's they're
not selling very well, unfortunately.
No, because
there it is. There. Well, do the red one.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's not. Come on, display. There we go. Can you see that?
That's pretty. Yes.
Yeah. I've driven one of those. This is the one you're seeing is a V6. It's actually a Ferrari V8 with 2 cylinders knocked off. But the standard, there's the Super, which is the bottom value. Why they call the Super for the bottom one, I don't know. It's just a 2-liter engine. Then they've got the Veloce, which is a 2-liter turbo. And it has all the power you would ever need. It is just an amazing car. And, of course, the V6 is going to be another level above that. This is the QV, the Quattrofoglio Verde, or green cloverleaf.
Right.
And that's just it's just an amazing car. It's not a car you would drive to work, put it that way. It's just too powerful, and the handling is the ride would be too rough for you to just drive it to work. But it's such a powerful car. It's a BMW beater, that's for sure. Unfortunately, the people in charge of Alfa Romeo just have no idea how to market to BMW drivers to get them to buy these instead of BMWs. But That to me, I'm worried that means it'll be the end of the brand, because it's a brand that's been around for 110 years. But anyway,
Right.
that's their choice to make, I guess, because they're the ones in charge, not me.
Right, exactly. That is very pretty. I like that car. The yeah. Right now I just drive a Sentra, but yeah, it works.
Sorry, what's
But I've
that?
always loved cars. I just drive a Sentra right now. It's a little Nissan that I can
All
just
right,
zip
yeah.
around in town with Matt, and it works. But someday I'll have a good car.
Dorian B Gaming has just asked, having an Alpha is fine, but how often is it in the garage being fixed? Well, the answer to that is tomorrow my Alpha will be fixed and your car will still be ugly.
Yep.
I own about 10 Alphas, actually. 3 of them are going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've got a few projects, but I've got that 939 Spider. I've got a 156 wagon. 156 was the model that was prevalent around the year 2000 to 2006 or so. It's my shopping trolley, you could say. I've got a couple of 147s as well. I'm going to sell one, and the other one I'm going to use as a track car. I've got an old Alfetta, a 1980 Alfetta, which is done up as a race car. And I've got an Alfa Romeo SZ, which is a very rare car. There's only 1,036 were ever made, and there's only about 1,000 left. I'll plan to sell it next year at some point. But yeah, that's a. I always wanted it's a Zagato model, which is a like Pininfarina.
Yep.
It's a styling house in Italy, and they
Yes.
do interesting cars. They take the common production model and turn it into something interesting. The SE was based on the Alpha 75, or Milano, I think it was called in the US. And a lot of people consider it the very last real Alfa Romeo, because after that, the Fiat Corporation took over Alfa Romeo. And then, then since then, it's been merged with Chrysler, and now it's been merged with the Fiat and the Peugeot and Renault group. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's the corporate world is a bit different from the actual brands, unfortunately. But hey, that's life. That's the way it's going to happen. If the brand's going to survive, that's what it's got to do.
That's exactly it. That's what. Yeah, and you'll notice too, like with Daimler and Mercedes, that was another one that kind of did the same thing. And yeah. I've always liked racing. I like rally racing too. I always used to find that really cool to watch. It was funny growing up. Just a little anecdotal story here. When I was growing up, I didn't like my name. I just didn't like it until I discovered that there was a rally racer named MA, and and it was the masculine version, so it only had one E. But I saw that and I was like, "Yep, good enough. I like my name now. I'm all set." So I've liked it ever since. Thank you. And it was because of a rally racer that I liked that. Why I like my name now and embraced it. So
you must be the perfect woman then.
Thank you. I was always out in the garage with my father. I was always out there working on stuff with him and digging around in things, and it was fun.
So this is the Alfa Romeo SZ. This is a British car, but yeah, like I said, there's only 1,036 made. Mine's number 993. They're all individually numbered. So yeah, it's based on the Alfa Romeo 75 or Milano in the US. It's got a 3-liter V6 in the front, and yeah, it's fiberglass body panels and things like that. So it's not exactly pretty, put it that way, but it's I used to be told that the definition of cute was ugly but interesting, and this is ugly but interesting.
It's an interesting car, yeah, and it's different because you don't, like you said, it's a limited edition, so you don't see very many of them. So that really makes it interesting. Yeah.
Well, actually, the one I bought came from Japan originally, and the I was in competition with someone from the States who actually won the election, but then they won the auction, but then they decided not to go ahead. So I managed to get it for a nice cheap price. So hopefully when I sell it later next year, it's still a week until it's next year, I'll get a nice price for it too. And might go to the States. Who knows? The Japanese really love their alphas as well, it seems. So.
Oh, cool.
They like anything different, of course, because they got lots of different cars there. They do a lot of modifications to their cars.
They do.
But, yeah, interesting, the car scene in Japan. So I hope Dick isn't stuck in the toilet vomiting or anything.
No. I'm sure he'll be right back, but yeah, that's true.
We're talking about cars. Do you have another topic to talk about, Jeff?
No, but I would like to maybe share a screen and show you a picture of my favorite car that I used to own. I don't anymore, but I miss it. So just give me a second here. And
this is the beauty of StreamYard, is that anyone can do it. So
yeah, can you see that?
Not yet. I think you actually have to click on it and then select share audio and then click OK or whatever it is.
Well, I'm going.
You have to click on the image that you're sharing in the window that it says you're about to share. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain without seeing it.
Yeah. Okay, share screen.
Yeah.
Click on window, share. Okay. Are you seeing this?
Not yet. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. I've got to add it to the screen. That's it. And now we've got infinite screens. Yeah. There we go. Is that a Carabo?
That's a VW Scirocco.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, good little cars. They were rally cars too.
It's a 1984 Scirocco Carmen edition. I had one exactly like this, but mine was more of a darker gunmetal gray.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
That's the best color. Doesn't show up the dirt, but it isn't so bad that it always shows the dirt.
It's not what you'd say would be a particularly speedy or a muscly car, but it was nimble as fuck. This thing was like being on rails. It just the most nimble little sports coupe. I love that car. I miss it so much.
That's always a sign when you have the door right in the middle of the car, because that means the weight is going to be perfect. Well, it should be anyway.
Yeah, this thing was nimble as a rabbit. Never shifted, never lost its footing, no matter what your speed. It had a really nice little 4-cylinder fuel-injected GTI engine. It's awesome. It's absolutely beautiful. 5-speed. I miss that car.
I bet.
Anyway. Enough of that.
That's a nice.
We've been talking for, an hour and 3/4 now, and I actually had a question that I was going to ask everyone, but it's I haven't gotten around to it yet. We've had so much to do. The first question I was going to ask was, what's your favorite Christmas memory? And I think I should start by offering my own. I think it was 1973 is what I remember. So I was 9 years old or so. And my grandparents were at their house on the Gold Coast, which is famous. Well, you've heard of Surfers Paradise, I'm sure. And the Gold Coast is the region that Surfers Paradise is in. And they have a nice house there. They had a 1/4 acre block and everything like that. And it was it's very sought after area. Anywhere in that area now is worth $3 or $4 million. Back in those days, they had they didn't have CDs or anything like that. They just had vinyl records, and they were playing Bing Crosby all the time, singing White Christmas and that kind of thing. And all my father's family were there. He had 2 sisters and a brother, and their wives were there as well. Wife and husbands were there. And they were preparing all the meals and everything like that. And we had this wonderful Christmas meal. We're listening to music. Christmas trees was up. My grandmother was very good at decorating for Christmas. It was just a very family-orientated time. Obviously, being December was quite hot for us, but we really enjoyed being there, and it was just great to be with all my family. And that's the Christmas I remember the most. I wish I could give that to my children at some point. What's your favorite Christmas memory?
For me, yeah, the same thing. It was when I was growing up, late 70s, early 80s, being able to go to my grandmother's, and we look forward to that because she was just an amazing cook, and she always had a nice, enough to feed the Russian army practically. But yeah, and we just
But
go.
not the US one, eh?
Oh yes. Just the whole family would be there, and being able to spend time with them, and it was just great. She was an amazing person anyway, so it was just wonderful to be able to go see her and do all the fun things for Christmas. And yeah, I miss that.
Seeing you're such a young lady, I guess this was only 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not so much, but I was, because I was born in 73, but yeah, it was.
When I was having my Christmas, yeah.
Yep.
Coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yep.
9 years at our age isn't, in terms of potential future wife and that kind of thing, it's not a problem. Yeah.
No.
What about you, Jeff? What's your favorite Christmas memory?
I don't particularly have any favorite Christmas memory, but I guess maybe one that stands out the most is going back to 1967, 68. I was 6 years old. We just emigrated to Canada, and it was my first real Christmas in Canada. 3 feet of snow outside, watching big fluffy snowflakes coming down at night, frosty windows, and putting up the tree. So, yeah, that stands out.
Immigrated to Canada from where?
From the Netherlands.
All right. So you're originally Dutch.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Dutch in this community, isn't there?
I grew up in Canada. I emigrated at such a young age. Canada is the only home I've ever known.
Yeah.
And I consider myself to be 100% true blue Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now you're Vietnamese, I guess, or you're only there temporarily.
Well, who knows how long I'm here. So I've been here for 17 years now, but still, I'll never give up feeling like and being a Canadian. I'm just too proud of it.
It's hard to feel Canadian when there's no snow around, I guess, but yeah.
It's difficult. Christmas time is pretty tough for me. I really rely on these kinds of holiday streams and get-togethers because it's just not Christmas here. It's just another day,
What's the latitude of Ho Chi Minh City? That's where you are, aren't you?
We are at approximately 11 degrees north of the equator.
Yeah, so you're very close to the equator, a lot closer than I am, I guess.
Yeah,
because I'm about 28 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah, we're well within the tropical zone.
Yeah. Well, you should be doing some observations. At some point you're going to have the sun overhead, so you won't have any shadows and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, lots of opportunities like that.
I almost had. I was going to, for the solstice, I was almost going to drive up to Rockhampton, which is where the Tropic of Capricorn, goes across the coast. But then I saw Critical Think was doing that, and I thought, oh, well, he'll do it. And then he told me later on he kept going up to Townsville. So I'll have to do it next year, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Wolfie suggested to me get a hula hoop and set it on the angle of the latitude. It could be anywhere in the tropics, I guess, as long as it matched the angle. And all through the day on the solstice, it won't have any shadow because it's at the angle that matches the latitude. So, and that's globe proof right there.
There you go.
It wouldn't happen on a flat Earth. So, one thing I've been trying to do with some people, I've only had one responder so far, is when we had the solstice, and obviously for a couple of weeks either side, I guess, getting people from fairly southerly latitudes, like Hobart's at 40 degrees, New Zealand's even further south than that, and South America's further south than that. If you can get down to Punta Arenas or some place like that. It'll prove. I mean, you can look it up on time and date and that kind of thing. But if you have an eyewitness at those locations, it'll prove that the day is even longer the further south you go. And if it's the day is longer the further south you go, the sun's not over the Tropic of Capricorn, is it?
Right.
No,
So that's a glow proof right there.
exactly.
Because the further away you get away from the Tropic of Capricorn, you don't expect the sun to be shining for longer. It doesn't work, does it? So that's what the flat earthers tell us. So.
Yeah, I mean, the only ones who really experience the longer days and the shorter days between summer and winter are at the poles or in the northern or southern hemispheres towards the poles.
Yeah.
At the top of those hemispheres. Here at the equator, I can set my watch by the sunset. I mean, virtually every day by 6 p.m., that sun is going down and it's gone by 6:30.
Not going to be much variation beyond the 12 hours, yeah.
Every day, because I'm so close to the equator. It's consistently same time of day every day where I get sunset and sunrise.
Wow. No matter what time of the year.
Doesn't matter what time of year it is. Could be the middle of what you call winter or the middle of summer, or I can walk outside at 6 a.m. and the sun's coming up, and I know for a fact it's there.
So when I was a kid, I had a set of grandparents in Cairns, which is 16 degrees south. So it's not too far away from 11 degrees south, which is what you have. I could never tell the difference between winter and summer, to be honest. If you went up into the mountains, you could. I don't know about you. Can you tell the difference between winter and summer?
No, none at all. It's like one constant hot day. It's always the same. The only difference that we really see here in Vietnam is we have our 6-month rainy season and then the 6 month of a dry, hot season. But as far as temperature, sunshine, all that, it's never changing. It's consistent throughout the year.
Yeah. Well, it changes a little, but not enough to be bothered by. Yeah.
You can't tell the difference. I defy you to tell me the difference.
That's true. Now, like with here, it's I'm 44 degrees north, so it's stark.
Halfway to the pole.
Yeah, halfway there. So almost. It's so in the summertime, the sun sets at 8:30, and right now because it just became winter here, it sets at 4. So it's there's a big difference that we get, and in the morning too, it'll rise like at 4 in the morning in the summer, but rise at after Matt gets on the bus in the wintertime, which is it's like I'm not supposed to be up yet. So, but so we see a difference, and I'm
I
sure
remember
further north than that they see a difference too.
I took my kids to Britain 2 years ago for Christmas, so we're hoping for a white Christmas, but it didn't happen. But I've got a picture of, we went up in the London Eye, and we were there at 4 o'clock, and the sun set bang on 4 o'clock. And I know that because I took a picture of the sunset, and Big Ben is in the frame of picture, and it says 4 o'clock. And that blows my mind. I remember it was the 5th of January, I think it was, I took that, or maybe the 4th. I remember when I lived in the UK in the 90s, I remember it basically being dark at 3:30 in the afternoon. That blew my mind because I'm from the subtropics. It's that doesn't happen here. But that's why you travel, to experience these things you can't experience where you live. So
exactly, so I do want to travel. I do want to experience those things. I have an old schoolmate that lives in Iceland now, and so in the summertime it's almost 24-hour sun because she's so high up there. She's just north of Reykjavik, and so she sees and in the wintertime she says we might have like a couple hours of sunlight, but that's it. So she gets to experience those really huge extremes, and I would love to see that. So it'd be really fast.
Regularly talk to Arctic Reflections, who lives in Lofoten. I think that's the way he pronounces it. It's that chain of islands off the coast of Norway that's all connected by bridges and things. It's quite a fascinating place. I know the Windows, how Windows shows pictures of places around the world. Some of his photos have been used there. There's one photo that it's an island, but it's basically just a soccer field. They basically took an island, cut out a soccer field from it, and then that's they cross the bridge to go play soccer. It's quite amazing. But he says right now he's got 24-hour darkness because he's above the Arctic Circle, and of course in the summertime he's got the exact opposite. So
exact 24-hour sun. It's just it's amazing. It's that I'm sure I would have a hard time getting used to having it just be dark all the time. That would be like, I just want to sleep.
When we went to London 2 years ago because we had 8 hours of daylight, so we pretty much had to go and see everything in 8 hours. And I had 2 teenagers with me, so it wasn't so bad because they wouldn't get out of bed before about 10 o'clock. So we go into London, do 6 hours of sightseeing, and then come home basically. So it wasn't so bad. But like I remember, I took a picture of a car, Nissan Figaro, because they're fairly rare cars. Because I'm into cars. In a car park where I was buying dinner from a burger joint for the kids, and it was 4:30 in the afternoon, but it was pitch black. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm from the subtropics. It's amazing to me that at that time of day it can ever be dark. But that's what it was there.
Yep. 4:30. It's right. Like right now, it's been dark since about, I would say, a little after 4, and it stays dark. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was there for a full year, so I guess I experienced that. But I can imagine that after a while, it drives you a bit nuts.
Wintertime, we have a lot of people with seasonal affective disorder because it gets so dark so early. And everybody we all glow in the dark because we're so pale because we don't get much sun. because we have such a long winter. It's just, so we all glow and we're all sad because it's dark. So,
and yet, as Dick was saying, in the summertime, you get 40 degrees Celsius. So.
Yep, they do. Where I am, it's moderated by the ocean, so we don't get as hot here, which is good. So we get. Lately, though, I've noticed we've had a lot more like 37 degrees Celsius, summers and longer stretches of that in the summer now than we used to when I was growing up. We also get like crazy storms now that we never used to. That's one good thing about growing up in one spot for so, and just staying in the area your whole life. You do get to see those changes, and you can tell that the climate is changing, and it's not a good thing. The oceans are warming up. We can tell, and they warm up on a regular basis where it's just way above average. And I live in one of the most rapidly warming places for the ocean. So as a consequence, our lobster industry is going really bad. It's not as good as it used to be because the lobsters are going further out for cooler water, and we now have sharks. Yeah, and we now have sharks. Yeah, so it's we had our very first shark attack this summer.
Wow,
which for us is very strange. Excuse me, we don't have sharks this far north usually. At least not great white. It's just so things are changing, and it's some of it's kind of nice because you get sometimes the summer feels like it's a little bit longer, but it's not good for the environment. It's not good, for the climate where it's changing so much. So
what's your latitude there? Oh, you said 44,
and 44, yeah.
So there's nowhere in Australia that's 44 degrees south. It's depends if you count islands, I guess, but Hobart's 40 degrees, and that's about as far south as you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 44 degrees would put you down in the southern Arctic Ocean.
Yeah, I think Macquarie Island is 52 degrees from memory, which is the same as London. That's about the only Australian territory around there. And then you go further south, you get Heard Island, which is the bottom of the Indian Ocean, which is a volcano anyway. So,
how far south is Christchurch?
I don't know. I mean, that's a completely different country.
Yeah, it's the Kiwis. But
Yeah, I think
they're the
it's like
furthest.
48.
Yeah, they're the furthest south of any major landmass, I think.
Oh,
Before
they're only
you hit
43 and a half degrees south.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Dunedin, which will be the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Dunedin was settled there, 45.9. Yeah, it was settled by a bunch of Scots, and a lot of people consider Dunedin more English or more British than the British. But yeah, that's not even London's latitude. So, yeah, it's a bit warmer than London. Although today it's 9 degrees Celsius there. So in the middle of summer, it's 9 degrees Celsius. How about that?
Wow.
So that's about the same latitude as you, actually, Amy. 45.9. You're 44, so it's roughly the same.
Roughly the same, yeah. And right now it's at night we're having really, like I said, really strange storms and really strange weather. It's 9 degrees here at
What,
night.
in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, 9 degrees isn't too bad. It's not so cold that you'd be freezing your ass off, but it's certainly not warm, put it that way.
No.
Sure enough.
No, it's
Yeah. Explain that, you dumbass climate deniers.
well, exactly.
Jeff, what's the temperature where you are right now?
Let me have a quick look-see. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are sitting at 32 degrees.
All right, so you're 5 degrees warmer than I am. 27's quite cool, actually, for a summer temperature. I thought it was going to get over 30 degrees today.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Nope.
Don't hear a bell? Oh,
Yeah,
my grandfather clock's going, so
Okay.
it was brought out to Australia by my great-grandfather, and until today, I thought it was originally purchased by his father, but I found out today that it was purchased by his grandfather. So it's been in the family 200 years. It's a really special heirloom. So yeah, I've got it working recently, so it's hard to get a 200-year-old clock working.
It sure is.
Yeah, and it's just a pleasure to hear it dinging again, because a lot of Christmas memories for me, like I was saying about the 1973 Christmas with my grandparents, is the clock chiming and that kind of thing. So it's a wonderful thing. It's wonderful how you have these little memories and little triggers for those memories, and they just bring you pleasure, don't they?
They certainly do. They do.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe Dick has died.
I just saw him pop his head in, and then he popped out again.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. He's probably on that big porcelain telephone to God, you know. You're leaning over it and going, oh, God, oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Jinxu says that it's -1 in the Pacific Northwest. I thought it rained all the time in the Pacific Northwest. Jinx, are you in Seattle? I've got a friend who lives there. She sent me some lovely sunset pictures of Mount Rainier, because she's got a house that overlooks it.
Oh, nice.
And she used to live across the road from me in Brisbane. So
Nice.
no, he's not going to respond yet. Jinx, I'm talking to you. Oh, there we go. South of Seattle. Okay. So he's in the general area. Yes, 9 degrees in California. What a surprise.
Yeah.
It's warmer in California for some reason. I guess with the, what are they called? The mountains behind Nevada, Serrano?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. Sierra Nevada, that's it, yeah. Yeah, that they sort of hold the heat in, so the heat sort of builds up before it gets over the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Carl says it's 27 degrees, but he's in South Africa, I believe. So. I think he's in Cape Town, so he's not up on the Veld or anything. Manitoba has -22.
God, Becky, I'm sorry.
That's high.
That's
and that's
Manitoba.
yeah. Wow,
That's-
that's Manitoba for you.
Carl says that's on Joburg. Is that on the Veld card? Carl, I can't remember. I haven't ever been there, so I don't really understand the geography.
Yeah.
I'll let him respond. Yeah. Anyway, so Dick's gone. We've lost our Dick. We are Dickless.
Ridiculous. Oh no, we're ridiculous. Oh no.
Oh, facty. That's awful. Minus 41 with the wind chill.
And
Where
I
are
guess
you, Facty?
is he talking Fahrenheit, or I guess a 41 at Celsius is the same as.
Yeah.
Salt.
'cause-
I went to New York in 2014 in January, and we went up the top of the mount of the Empire State Building, and down the bottom it was minus 14 degrees Celsius. I think that was 7 degrees Fahrenheit from memory. I remember seeing at Times Square, seeing it was 7 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course we went up the top, and it's very windy up the top. There was a guy up there who was a security guard, as you expect with the recent unpleasantness, I guess, from 2001. And he was dressed up like the Michelin Man. And I said, mate, your job is to stand up here and get your ass frozen off. And he said, oh, no, I feel fine in this outfit. So, okay. But there was one, I think it was it was one point. You could walk around the top. There was just one point where the wind chill was so cold that I just couldn't stay there for very long. I had to go around the other side where it wasn't so windy. But the wind chill factor was also minus 14 degrees Celsius. So it was like minus 28. And again, I'm from the subtropics. Minus 28 degrees Celsius, not in my mind. It was just incredible.
No. Not something that you can fathom. It's just, it's awful.
So minus 41, I can't even. Minus 28 was bad enough. I can't imagine minus 41.
I've only experienced that a few times. We had one year with the wind chill and everything, it was minus 41 Celsius, and it was our toilets froze, everything froze because it was that cold. It was and the wind was just blowing and just wouldn't stop, so everything froze in our house. The pipes, the sink, couldn't get any water because just too cold. We had to wait for it to warm back up again.
Well, that's something when I lived in the UK for a year, that's something I had to understand is during the wintertime, the plumbers, most of their job was to defrost pipes because they froze. And it's just something I hadn't experienced,
No.
It's funny how different parts of the world have different experiences.
Exactly. So I'm used to it. So this weather today, it's now Christmas. So, to have it be 9 degrees Celsius in the positive direction is just too weird for me. I don't know what to do with myself right now. It's like I went out to get the mail and all I had to do was put on a light jacket. And I was like, this is weird. Something's wrong here. So, but yeah, it's gonna go back the other way though. We're gonna be right around 0 again soon. So that'll be more this time of year.
I think when we arrived in New York, it was still positive Celsius wise, and then the polar cell came through. I remember walking down Fifth Avenue, and it started snowing. And I've seen snow before then, maybe 3 times in my entire life. And I had to go to a ski resort to see it before then. But it was just weird being in an urban environment and seeing snow coming down. And then all these things happen that you just never imagined. Like you'd hear the sound of cars driving over the snow, that crunching sound. That's not a sound I'd ever experienced before. And then people would come out from their shops and start spreading grit and salt on the footpath because they didn't want to get sued for people slipping on ice and things like that.
Right.
And then there was the I don't know, it was called the local council. That's what we call it here, I guess. They come up with these special machines for sucking the snow off the footpath and pumping it out into the street. And wow, that's a job that we would never have in Australia because we don't need that problem. We don't have that problem, And again, like I said, this is why you travel, to experience these things you just never would experience otherwise. But a lot of it's the problems that you never experience. It's just amazing.
It is. It's fascinating to see it, especially like you said, it's something that you've never seen before, and just to experience those changes. It was when I was growing up in school too. We had this one girl. She moved up from the Florida Keys to Maine, and was experiencing her first. Yeah, a big shock for her. And she was experiencing winter for the first time. She goes, "I've never seen snow," and she was just so excited. And it was neat to watch her because, we were still quite young, but just to see her experience snow for the first time was fun. It was cool.
Yeah, well, Florida's similar latitude to where I live, so yeah, it's very similar. Did you know we plug the cars here just to get them started in winter? I'm not sure what he means by plug. You mean plug the exhaust pipe?
No, a lot of cars you can put like an engine block heater in there, and you plug that in and keep the car temperature. Keep it from freezing.
It's a heating element in the bottom of the crankcase that keeps the oil from freezing. Just keeps the oil warm, so in the morning it'll turn over.
I have heard that in Canada in particular, where it can get really cold, they have the cars there have a feature where they can warm up the engine block and warm up your seat, because if you sit on a seat that's minus 30 degrees Celsius, you're going to get some spinal problems.
Hemorrhoids.
I was just going to say piles might be an issue. Ouch.
I remember when I lived in the UK, we often came out and the cars were covered in ice on the windscreen, and they said never pour hot water on it because the windscreen's probably going to crack as a result. Always pour cold water on it and then scrape it off. And yeah, it was an interesting experience to do something I'd never had to do before. But yeah.
We have to, we're used to it here. I always, usually in the mornings, I have to make sure that the car is scraped off. So if I have to take Matt to school, I can do that. So you have to warm up the car and make sure you don't, instead of letting the car heat up and then blasting the windshield with warm air, what you have to do is just let the whole car warm up.
Yeah. How long does it take?
Your windscreen too, because it can that gets expensive after a while. So
how long do you let it warm up? I guess it depends on the temperature, of course.
Yeah, exactly. It just depends on the temperature. Sometimes some mornings it doesn't take long at all, and others on the colder days it'll take a little bit longer. So yeah.
Yeah, and driving in the snow is scary too. Like when I went to Britain for Christmas 2 years ago, I really wanted to take the kids up to Edinburgh for Hogmanay, but I was scared to drive on icy roads because there's not something in my experience,
Right, exactly. And if you're not used to that, you're not going to be, oh, okay, I'm slipping. This is what I need to do. If you've never experienced it, you're just gonna, and it's normal. It's that way for new drivers too. I mean, it's just everybody, oh my God, what do I do? So yeah, it's definitely something that, and you learn tricks too as you're going along. If you live in places like where I do, and in places that get icy roads on a regular basis, you learn how to get yourself out. You learn how to steer yourself out of a skid. You learn all that stuff. So
that's good for rallying as well. That's those sort of skills.
Yes, exactly. And there is some fun to be had too. We go to empty parking lots sometimes and do what's called donuts, and you just take your car and you just go flying around and just.
Well, I've done plenty of that on loose surfaces and muddy surfaces, but never on frozen surfaces. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the snow was even better because snow you can wipe away much more easily than mud, so it's kind of fun.
Well, it sort of melts off, doesn't it, when it gets warmer? You don't have to worry about cleaning it.
Exactly. Plus, it's actually, when we do that, we didn't realize it at the time because we were just having fun, but it's actually good practice to learn how to get yourself out of a skid and everything. So that's why we did it. We claim that's why we did it, but it was just mostly fun. So.
My understanding, though, with ice, you're basically a passenger no matter what happens.
Yes.
It's just your tires aren't really gripping. If they're not gripping, well, there's not a lot you can do about it.
No, there's not. And there are some things that you can do to make sure that you don't make matters worse. Never step on your gas, never step on your brakes. You do there are some things that you can try to mitigate what's happening, but most of the time, if it's ice, it's really very hard to, get yourself out of that. But
yeah. There's a YouTuber, what's her name? Oh, I don't know why it's not coming to me. Girl in the Woods, that's her. She spends half the year in Minnesota, I think it is, and the other half in Alaska. And she's always doing little camping trips out into the woods. And in Alaska, she spends the summer there, but occasionally she's shown that the road was covered in ice completely. There was just no way of getting out or in. And again, something completely out of my experience, the idea that the road is covered in ice, which I guess is from freezing rain. And it makes it unusable as a road.
Oh, it does. It's a skating rink. We've had ice storms here before too. One of the biggest ones we had was in '97. It was so bad that the ice was so thick that we actually took our ice skates out and were skating up and down our road because we couldn't get out. There was nothing else to do, so we went ice skating in the street.
Mm-hmm.
So
you had your microsurgery gear, of course, for ice skating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's all we could do. It was hard to get in and out of your house and go across because everything was just coated in ice. So getting in and out was difficult.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the equivalent we'd have here. I mean, I remember in 1974 when Cyclone Wendy came through and created the famous Brisbane floods that year. I put on my raincoat and my rain hat and I went and played in the gutter because the gutter was a raging torrent. And I had this little boat. It was a cargo ship shape anyway, but it was very buoyant. And I'd sort of go up to the top of the street, put it in the gutter, and it flowed all the way down, and then it'd sort of stick on the grate. And then I'd go pick it up and then walk up the other end of the street, and it's pouring down with the rain. This is a cyclone, or hurricane, as you call it.
Right.
So it's pissing down with the rain, but I was having a great time, It's not the sort of thing I would let my children go out and do in the middle of a cyclone. I wouldn't let them go out and play in the gutter, but...
But it's things we did when we were little. Yeah, it's funny some of the things we did. We riding bicycles without helmets and
somehow we survived.
Skating and ice skating without pads on. It was just all the things we used to do. Climbing trees and swinging off them.
Mm-hmm. Well, the monkey bars. You know what monkey bars are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the playground at school, they were. And now they're no more than 2 meters high, but back then they were like 4 or 5 meters high. So if you fell, it was a long way down to the ground.
Yeah, and it hurt.
Yeah. But now no one cares. It's not the same. Not the same adventure.
No, not at all. And there's so much. We try to protect our children from so much more now. It seems like it's just. Yeah.
And I understand why, because that's a whole lot of problems we don't have to deal with anymore. That would have happened otherwise, just statistically. But yeah, it's it seems that children these days aren't quite as challenged as they once were.
No,
and
not at all.
That means that they're not quite as equipped to deal with the world because the world's going to throw a lot of stuff at them.
Mm-hmm. And the older generation seem to be taking it in stride because of, we didn't have as many protections as we do now.
Yeah, it sort of makes you worry, because the younger generation are who going to be looking after us when we're in the nursing home. So hopefully they understand how life works a bit better than and they seem to do at the moment by the time we get to that point.
Yeah. Yes. We're hoping that they, yeah.
Jeff, do you have any kids? Is Jeff still there? No, I think he dozed off.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only afternoon for you.
Yeah, it's about 20 after 2.
Yep. Do you have any kids, mate?
No.
No. All right. So the discussion about the difference between our childhoods and our children's childhoods doesn't really apply. But you're a teacher, though. You understand kids.
Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely. I know exactly about kids. I deal with 34, the little screaming brats every day of the week.
Do you think Vietnamese kids are sort of different culturally, in terms of respect to the teacher than they would be if you were still in North America?
They're very much different. They're raised differently. It's a whole different culture here.
So what are some really of the differences?
Well, again, it's hard to say.
Well, yeah, you've been there 17 years. You don't really know what the American culture is, really, apart from what you've seen on television.
Well, that's just it. I mean, the American culture has changed a lot over the years. Being a Canadian, I don't really...
American, I mean North American. Yeah.
I haven't been home in so long, so kids have changed over the years. But I do know that children here tend to be a lot more coddled and spoiled. That young emperor syndrome, where boys are everything and girls are just, well, helpers for mom.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as school is concerned, again, they're really coddled, and things are oversimplified for them so they can get through school more easily. That's the way I kind of feel about it. But
so does it give you some compromises you need to make with your teaching? Or?
No, it's just whatever we teach a simpler version of it than I would say in another country.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to stick to the curriculum regardless, do you?
Yeah. I don't have a choice.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's very, very difficult to explain.
I wasn't aware of the difference between boys and girls in Vietnam. Obviously, it's the same in China, but
it's really rampant throughout the Asian cultures in general.
Yeah.
Boys are treated as little emperors almost. They're spoiled rotten. They kind of rule the roost kind of thing. It's hard to explain.
They should learn a lot from the Italian culture because in Italian culture, women are, the men might think that they're the bee's knees, but really the women are the ones that run everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I could probably say the same about here, but
well, I think that's worldwide. The women really run everything. It's just that they allow men to think that they do.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think that's probably the one thing that bothers me the most about being in Asia. The fact that in today's modern world here in Asia, women are still second-class citizens. And I really like that.
Right.
In Malaysia, they call like the honoured grandmother the nonna. What is there something similar in Vietnam?
Not really. It's just again the language is so freaking weird. It's om. It's just om ba and om. Oh shit! I can't even remember. But there are so many. Well, there's. When it comes to addressing people, for example, if my brother is addressing me, he would call me M, because I'm the younger.
Right.
If I'm addressing him, I would call him Ang, because he is the older. But we're both brothers.
Yeah.
You know,
there's an honorific there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. We could do a 24-hour stream just discussing the differences in cultures. It's just so much to explain. It's really hard to put into words.
Well, that's why we travel again, to find out these differences. I found it fascinating when I went to the UK. There were differences between their culture and mine. given mine is based on theirs, that was quite fascinating, you know.
That is. It's really funny.
And it's only
amazing how
it's
different
only
it
200 years, you know. Yes, Jinx U says the only thing men truly run is the plunger when the toilet stops up. Well, I would add that when a spider appears is another thing that men run. So, yeah.
Yeah. Me, spiders, not much. It's moths. Keep moths away from me, please. No, I don't do those. So Matt and I are shrieking, running around the house together, just completely helpless over moths. But spiders, I can get rid of.
I'm a real hardcore fucking arachnophobe. I can't be anywhere near a spider.
Oh wow, yep. See, not me so much. Because I think of spiders the way I helped myself through that to be able to, be okay with getting rid of spiders and stuff was they eat. And what I tell my son too, he tells us that all the time. Spiders are okay. They eat the yucky bugs, and we repeat that mantra all the time when we're.
Yeah, we have.
Don't have a use. It's gross.
We have huntsman spider here, which are quite scary when you see them. I've put down my sun visor once, and a huntsman spider fell into my lap, which was a bit scary when you're driving. But they do eat all the cockroaches and things like that. They really love cockroaches, actually, and it's good for them to keep them down. So they're nothing. If you see one in your house, they're nothing that a big jar or a Tupperware container and a piece of cardboard can't resolve. You can just catch them and drop them outside, and they're happy.
Yeah, and that's what I do here. I'm really good about that. Flies, you just squish them. So I'm good about that, and I'm actually pretty good at plunging a toilet. I'm usually other people have me come over and help. So, but just moths, I can't. They just, to me, they don't seem to have a real use. Just don't flap all over me. Gross.
All they are. All they are is a failed butterfly.
Yes. See, and butterflies are okay. I don't really want them to touch me, but I like to look at butterflies. But moths are just really nasty, and all they are good for is bird food. So I try to keep them outside as best as possible.
There's probably two major types of moth that you'll see in Australia. There's the cabbage moth, which is just a little white moth. It's basically a white butterfly. And they're kind of harmless. They hardly ever come indoors anyway. And there's the bogon moth, which every, I don't know how many years it is, maybe 12 years or something, they do a mass migration. It's more southern parts of Australia. And they just come out in their, billions, literally, billions. And the Aborigines always loved that because they're quite good eating because they only feed on nectar from plants and things like that. So they're quite sweet. And they fry them up and they eat them. They love it when the migration's on because they get lots of food to eat. So.
Oh, my God.
It's something I would try. But,
ooh, yuck.
I know. Just thinking about it, I could feel that my hair standing up on the back of my neck. And moths, for the most part, are harmful. It's just gross. I don't know what it is.
There's no such thing as a vampire moth, is there? So
no, thank goodness. But we get the big lunar moths here, and those things are gigantic, and they're just, that to me is a nightmare. It's I could make a horror movie out of that, and I would freak myself out with it. Now other stuff, perfectly fine. It's weird. I don't know.
So I think at this stage we're going to have to declare Dick Dawson officially dead, seeing he hasn't come back.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm not sure how we're going to get him off the stream, but anyway, he must be spending a lot. He's either fallen asleep or he's, like I said, on that big white porcelain telephone to God. And he's not going to be coming back soon. So, but we're having a nice chat anyway, aren't we, Amy and Jeff?
That's right.
Yeah.
I got to know a little bit more about each other, so that's kind of cool. And little anecdotes from us,
Well,
So you
it's
get-
handy thing we'll be married at some point. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mark
Yeah,
Short said pulled an Elvis, and then Linda Borum said, "I think Dick's passed out." He may have fallen asleep. I'll have to check on him in the morning. I'll poke him with messages. Hey, what's going on here? You okay?
What time is it where he is? About 1 a.m. or so, or 1:30?
I think it's almost midnight for him. I think it's half till midnight there.
Well, he's been drunk for a while, so yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And he had a busy day with his kiddo. So
Yeah, it was good that he had that.
yes, exactly. Yes. And then my turn is tomorrow. We have our big day tomorrow, and I know somebody who's all excited. So he's just been beside himself all day. It's cute. It's fun to watch.
Sleet has got an idea. He's asking if we can tilt his camera down, which we can't because it's up to him. But yeah, he might be on the floor.
I know. Probably snoring away.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yep. Yeah. And Daryl said, "Tell him you got engaged while he was gone."
I think it's a good idea. Let's do that.
Uh-oh, guess what happened? It's funny. But yep.
Yeah. So we got 17 watching now, which isn't too bad.
Oh, that's
No.
not too bad. Eh?
Oh, that's pretty good. Especially,
Being Christmas and everything, yeah, people are sort of, like I said, it's 5:30, my 5:30 in the afternoon here. But like I said, this time of Christmas Day, people are either asleep or bloated on the couch, hoping someone will entertain them. So hopefully we're doing that for some people at least.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
Hope we kept people company today. That's
well, that's what it's all about. I had a few videos lined up, so maybe we should have a look at those. Because we've been going for 2.5 hours, so we're finally getting to the content that I was planning on doing. But that's good. That we've got our chemistry going and that kind of thing. I guess with Dick on the stream, it's a bit hard for anyone else to get a word in edgeways, so that goes on. That's good. it kills up all the edge, that's for sure. So one of the things in terms of, well, I guess this is the moment of 2020, because on January 6th, I think it was, so 6 days into the new year, we had DFOTY declared, and Anthony Riley, he was a deserved winner. He won twice as many votes as anyone else. I think he won more votes than everyone else combined, to be honest. And yes, he was rightfully deserved that. And yes, I've had a few comments, interactions with him, and he's just, it's like he doesn't know that you can only win it once, put it that way.
yeah.
He's it's like he's working to win it again. But they were talking about a DFOTD of the winner for the decade, and I'm pretty sure he's winning at the moment. Although, yeah. But anyway, so the moment of 2020 to me was, let's see if I can get this to work. Oops, no, not that. Damn it. Clicked the wrong thing. I hate that. StreamYard's share screen. Share audio. Click on that. Share. And now I go here. All right. So I'm going to play this. To me, this is where Nathan Thompson won DFOTY 2020.
Guys, check this out real quick. Space is fake. You're not on a spinning ball. They're going to teach you. Listen, guys, they're going to teach you live on a spinning ball. That doesn't make it true. It's not real.
No, the fact that they're teaching it doesn't make it real. The fact it's real is why they are teaching it. Why do I get the feeling that you were the kid at school sitting in the back trying to stick as many erasers up your nose as possible instead of listening to the teacher? Space isn't fake. We have a pressure gradient. That means at some point above us, the pressure gets so low it's considered a vacuum, and that's space. Look at this video from Red's Rhetoric. In this video, as the rocket increases in altitude, you can see the gases expelling from the bottom of the rocket being illuminated by the sun as the rocket gets higher and higher. You can see these gases expanding as they leave the rocket more and more until it gets to a point where the gases are expanding so much you can barely see it. This is because it has transitioned into the vacuum of space.
The floor is not moving 1,000 miles an hour. Okay?
No, not where you are anyway. You're in Greenville, South Carolina. That makes your latitude 38.9 degrees north, meaning your tangential velocity is about 853.3 miles per hour. It's math, but then I doubt you can tie your own shoelaces, let alone do math.
There it is. Are you crazy?
Did you hear that? Let's listen again.
Yes, he is.
Give that kid a medal. Yes, awesome child. He is crazy. Yes.
All right, I'll stop it there, I think. Thank you to FDFE. I'm sure he doesn't mind me sharing this.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I talk reasonably regularly. And yeah, he's certainly got his views out of that particular video, that's for sure. But yeah, that's one DFOTY 2020 to me. I mean, if you're in the US and you approach a school, and I don't want to stereotype US schools, but there's an awful lot of school shootings in the last few years. And so if you go up and start spouting a whole lot of crazy shit, you know, the teachers are trained to deal with the crazies. And, you know, if someone does come up and start shooting up, they're trained to do that. And they're on their guard. And that's why they shoot all the children away from the crazy person at the fence. And if you're going to be in that, knowing that situation, he knows that there have been school shootings and things like that. And yet he still went up to a school and started shouting crazy shit. What's wrong with him?
Well, yes, and that is an issue here in the U.S. And we've changed so much from the time that we went to school to now what happens when Matt goes to school. My son only goes twice a week right now because of the pandemic. But so during the pandemic, I'm not even allowed anywhere inside the school.
And you're a parent.
Before, yes, and I'm a parent, and he has to come outside, and then I can collect him there. And he's out there going around shouting at kids outside of a school in a busier area than I am in, and it's just, he really is that goofy and foolish. He's just. But his problem, too, with Nathan, he's also another one who thinks a lot of these things are hoaxes. So he's one of those who doesn't believe in those things. So he doesn't think that precautions need to be taken to protect our children against things like that happening. So, yeah, he definitely deserves DFOTY this year so badly. I was never to see his account deleted.
Yeah, no one's come close to that level of stupid. You know, I mean, Kyle, people want him to win, but basically because the people who do a DFOTY are personally involved in that situation where Kyle identifies himself as stupid. But Nathan Thompson is objectively stupid by doing that. But that wasn't the only stupid thing he did.
No,
you know, he later on. Well, first of all, he got his Facebook group removed. I think just a week after that particular video, he approached this kid on the street. Well, he wasn't on the street. He was behind his own fence of his yard. And then credit to Nathan in this sense that after the fact, he went and talked to the parents, asked if he could use the video. But later on, the parents realized what was going on and said, no, I don't want you to use video. But Nathan still used it.
Right.
So, you know, he's saying, well, you said it, okay, so I will use it. Well, no, now I'm saying if you're the parent of the child and you're saying, no, don't use it, then, you know, you do what the parent of the child says. At least you're open to all sorts of, you know, issues.
Yeah, he opened up a lot of issues doing that, and that's not good. He's now gone, I guess, that's right, he had his Facebook, you know, his groups deleted. Now he has his YouTube channel deleted. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Well, nicer wouldn't have it happened to him. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
He's not a
God.
very nice guy. I mean, everyone's seen that video of him banging on the door for his girlfriend who has her child asleep. And he just wants his way, so he just acts like a child, basically.
Yeah, he's disgusting. He's just just all around a terrible person. So yeah, he definitely.
And I always feel reluctant to say that about anyone, that they're a terrible person, but he just proves it over and over.
Just every single time. I mean, I'm not one to throw that around lightly either. It's but when it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's kind of a duck. So.
And speaking of ducks,
yes, exactly.
he was pretty much a front runner all through the year, but the thing that pushed him over the top and made it absolutely certain was when the Reckless Ben posed as a Harvard student and dressed in duck suits. and to his credit, Nathan was suspicious because of that, but he still went along with it. He didn't call it out. It just shows that he just falls for anything, really.
Oh,
the really
does.
funny part of that was that the vast majority of the flat Earth community were telling him, "Don't do it. You're getting punked."
Even idiots were telling him not to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Went ahead.
That's the bad part.
So he's lost all credibility. I'm hoping he doesn't. He probably will, but I'm hoping he doesn't do a Daniel Pratt and just starts up a new channel anyway. He started up a new Facebook group, obviously. But yeah, it's. I think he'll disappear off the face of the earth in the next couple of months. To be honest,
I don't know. That's a problem with dumb fucks like him. They just don't know when to quit. They'll just keep coming back.
Well, it depends on why he does it. I think he does it for the attention. And when you've lost all credibility, even with the idiots who follow you, what attention are you going to get?
That's true.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, negative attention is better than none at all.
Well, that's true.
And that's what he's after. It doesn't matter what type of attention it is. If he's really craving that attention.
Yeah, I see it all every day in the classroom. Kids who misbehave, it's better to have the negative attention of the teacher than none at all. They just want the attention.
Yeah, I was about to say, anyone who's had children understands that negative attention concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why children back up in the classroom. Not because they're particularly bad, is they just want the attention. If they have to mess up to get it, then they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see that in politicians as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are a little bit less mature than children, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. And one thing I will say about 2021 that's coming up, there's another thing to look forward to in the new year. January 20th.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
if Biden lives that long.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that 2021 will be a turnaround towards normalcy again, because I've had enough.
Oh,
well, yeah, I think everyone has, and this vaccine is probably the best hope we've had for since it started. I'm skeptical of it because, well, first of all, we know there's a new strain in the UK right now. Who knows if the vaccine works for that? And second of all, the flu is also a coronavirus. It's a family of viruses called coronaviruses. Whether COVID-19's vaccine will work in the same way the flu vaccine works, well, that worries me if it does, because the flu vaccine doesn't really work. It'll minimize the risk that you catch the flu, but it won't eliminate it, that's for sure. And until we can pretty much eliminate it, we can't all go back to work.
Right.
Yeah. Mind you, one of the good things I think about this is that our culture has changed. Our working culture has changed forever. There's going to be with Zoom and Skype and all those sort of things. That's going to be the norm now. We won't have to appear in person.
Yeah, the educational landscape for sure will never be the same.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just going to be different.
Right, and it is different. It's like right now, like at our school, Matt's has been used to going all day, every day to school. Now he's down to just 2 days a week, and the other 3 are remote learning with me. And so it's been different. I've learned a lot actually from this, which is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
It's really, even now, even though Matt is 15 years old, I'm still learning new things about how to help him out, how to parent him and everything. And one of the things that I've learned is, trying to make the lessons, make them good lessons, but fun lessons for him so that he'll stay engaged, and, tailor how I teach him what he's learning in his lessons to his personality. So it's been interesting. Just anything to help.
Is he adjusting well? Is he adjusting well to your new caseworker?
Yes. He likes her a lot. He likes, he also has a worker that comes in. She's a behavioral health professional, and she helps me keep track of any issues with behavior and anything like that. And she helps us, work through that behavior and helps him learn how to interact with the community and everything.
Yeah.
So he's been adjusting really well to that. He really likes her. So
good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good thing. He was excited though, because we had Christmas Eve and we have Christmas Day off too. So yay, we get to sleep in.
Yay.
That's a good thing.
So I'm going to ask this out of ignorance, Amy, and so feel free not to answer, or answer whatever way you want to.
Sure.
In less than 3 years, Matt's going to be officially an adult. He's going to be 18. How is he going to go out into the world? What's his path forward from when he becomes 18?
Well, right now, what it's looking like is for the first few years, I have to, and this is the funny part, even though I'm his parent, I will still have to apply to be his legal guardian to help him out.
Yeah.
He can live with me. One case manager we have thinks he should live on his own in a like a sort of like a group home place. I'm mom, so sometimes I'm a little like, oh, I don't want to quite let go yet. But
it is important for him to learn those social skills.
Exactly. She sees that as a path forward, and it would be a good thing if he's ready, if he's he's capable of staying, doing things like that. Because even though he is 15, he does have autism, so I can't leave him home by himself. I can't go to the store or anything while he's here.
Yeah.
Maybe if he's sleeping, like right now, it's 3 a.m, but there's a gas station that's open, and I probably could run down there, but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing so. So, and because I would be so afraid that he'd wake up and he'd just panic because I'm not there. And he wouldn't know what to do. Sometimes, he's learning and he's getting better at it. He's getting more independent. He could, like if he's really hungry, he could fix himself a snack or something like that. But as far as cooking or anything like that, he's just not there yet.
But that's 15-year-old Matt. When he's 18, he's probably matured a little bit and probably picked up those skills by then.
Exactly, and that's what we're working on too. That's what we're working towards. We just keep going. Is basically what it is, and we just keep plowing ahead and teaching him those skills. And in his school, when he's at school, they have he's in what's called a life skills section, and they just keep teaching him those things too. We're learning how to do laundry. We're learning how to cook. I'm teaching him all kinds of things like that too. So, and we have a lot of visual things. My house is usually plastered and, visual reminders of how to do something.
Yeah.
So, but you do what you got to do. And if your house has to be plastered with little charts and everything, that's what we do. So it helps him, and it's helpful. And he's got one in the bathroom too, for when he gets out of the shower. If something is missing from the stuff that he's gotten ready to take one, for example, like if he forgot his towel or something, just panic sets in. And so what I have to do is I have to go, oh, you forgot your towel. Let's just do some calming strategies first. And then he's fine. And I say, well, what are we missing? And he'll tell me, and we can go get it. Which is good. So there are things like that we're working through. And so it's getting there. He's doing a lot better than he was before we started having help. So
is it likely that he's going to move into the workforce post 18 years old, or how does it work? Like I said, I'm ignorant about his level of autism.
Oh, no, that's okay. No, we're thinking he can. We're thinking that we're going to find something that fits him. And there are a whole bunch of work programs. I used to work at what's called Goodwill, which is like a secondhand store. And it's a really great place because they also have work programs to help teach, kids that are a lot like Matthew to how to work, what to do at work, and how to maintain your attention on your work and everything like that. So there's that option. And there's a whole bunch of other options that he can do too through different agencies and stuff like that.
All kids should be taught that, I think.
Yeah.
I know when I entered the workforce, no one had prepared me in any way for what I had to do, and I had to pick it up, the politics and all that sort of thing,
yes. And as far as, with anybody with any social issues where, social stuff isn't very good or anything like that, that's something that is very hard to learn. I struggled right up until I had to get done to help him. So it's I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
So that's something that we're working on too, is understanding social cues and, body language and things like that. So what's appropriate, what's not. Sometimes those lessons we just have to keep repeating them, but he's doing good. He's doing really well.
Well, I mean, as Super Chat Matt, that character, he seems to do very well. So
thank you. He really does. He picked that up, and that's a character of his. He does too. So he knows that's separate from regular Matthew. It's Super Chat Matt is what he does, for the shills and everything like that. And regular Matthew is the kid who does his schoolwork and keeps right caught up on it. And this week he's been doing his schoolwork without prompting, and that's really great. Woohoo!
That's a step ahead.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. So, because when we first started out, it was, I had to let's get your computer out, let's get your work done, let's get started on it. And then it would be when he finished whatever lesson was done on the first class, what do I do now, Mama? And so I'd have to, check your next class. And this past week, I haven't had to prompt him at all. He's just grabbed his computer, sat down, went through all of his assignments and got them all done. I said, that's great. Woohoo. So we celebrated. Yeah.
Is his sort of autism help him to focus on something so he can get a lot done in a quick time, or how's it work?
Yes, some of it is focus because he also does have other diagnoses. He's got he does have ADHD and depression and anxiety. So we have to also help him out with those things too. The poor kid gets panic attacks, and those are miserable enough as it is. So we have coping skills that we give him to help him through that and to be able to maintain focus. But he's been liking his lessons this year, so we've had a lot better luck with him maintaining his focus on them. So, and that's why too, when I'm teaching him at home too, if he needs help with something, that I try to make it as engaging as possible to hold his attention on it, so he'll learn what his lesson is supposed to teach him. So.
Mm-hmm. There's a question from Mippet in the chat, Amy. Perhaps you'd like to answer that.
Oh, sure. What have we got? We're hoping that he will. He's been in the Special Olympics, and last year he earned a gold medal at the Winter Olympics and for cross country skiing. He just started skiing that day and just went flying right through and actually won a gold medal. And so we're hoping that he's willing to this year. It doesn't look like the Special Olympics will happen, but once the the pandemic is over with, I think we're going to try to see what we can do about getting him back into it, because he really did like it a lot and he worked really hard for that. So
is he quite tall?
No, he's actually we're a very short family. I'm 4'10" and he's 5'3". Yeah. And
because the only reason I say that is generally cross country skiing is better for taller people than downhill. So
yeah. But thankfully he just, even though he's not very tall, he still picked it up and just kept going and just loves it. So, oh, thank you, Mippet. He really is amazing. He's my hero. Always has been. He's just an amazing kid, and just plows through adversity like it's nothing. He's just a really cool kid.
Does he? This might be a bit sensitive, but does he remind you of your husband a lot?
Oh, yes, he does. He looks a lot like me, but he has his father's eyes, and that's a good thing.
And character-wise?
Yeah. He acts like him sometimes, and I'll see that as, oh my goodness, yeah, he's a junior. So
that's wonderful for you as well. I mean, if you can't have your husband, then your son being the same is the next best thing, I guess. It is, because I can see him in there, and just being able to see that Bob lived on in some of the things that Matt does is a really, really cool thing. It's good. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. And, it's sad that he'll never meet his dad, but he can. His dad lives on in him, as you're describing. He has those sort of characteristics. So. Absolutely, and I make sure that we have pictures of his dad everywhere. So he and I talk about him all the time to him, even when it's hard. But we still keep doing, talking about it, and this is what your dad liked to do. This, and you're a lot like him in this way. And yeah, is his dad's parents, his grandfather on his dad's side still alive, or? No, unfortunately, my husband's parents were already gone when we got together. So, and then after my husband passed away, I lost both of my parents within a few years. So we don't have anybody left. You're all by yourself, just you and Matt facing the world. Yep. How brave are you? Yeah. Thank you. But we do it, and he's a strong little guy too, and yeah, he inspires me. So. And I've learned so much from him. He's just incredible. And you've done it too. He's 15. He's a strong, healthy boy and all that. And he's, he's only going to go on to bigger and better things. Absolutely. And we just keep plugging away. That's all we can do. Yeah. But he gives me hope for the future. He's really, really a great kid, and he works hard. So, a few more comments in the chat that you might like to read for yourself. Yeah, thank you. He really is amazing, and thank you, Mippet, and thank you very much, Sleet. I think it's more him than me. I honestly do. He's just. I'm sure it's both of you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. I'm supposed to be teaching him, but I've learned more from him than he has from me. So. I've learned a lot. He's just a really great kid. He's really blossomed. So I'm very lucky. Very lucky to have him. Well, every time we hear of him, we understand that. It's pretty obvious that he's a great kid. So. Thank you. Thank you very much. He's a great attitude. Thank you. He really does. He's amazing, and he's
got a great sense of humor. He has a dry sense of humor too, which is really great. So no, and he just took to everybody right away. He's part of the family too. You know, it's wonderful. He's just really great.
Well, we've been going for 3 hours now, and that's a rather nice note to end our Christmas stream, our first Christmas stream anyway. I'll be back at 3 p.m. UTC. Oh, hello, Crafty Keeler, who's just popped in. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yes, I was talking about, 3 p.m. UTC. So what's that? That's 7 hours away. I'll be back for that. It's 1 a.m. in the morning for me, but anyone who's awake at that time, please tune in. I think something's gone wrong with the way the YouTube set up the live stream. So I think this is the stream. What's been activated is the stream that was supposed to happen back then, well, in 7 hours' time. So I'll have to delete the other one and reset it. So keep a look at my channel to get the correct stream to view. I think I'll call it quits, and I'll also declare Dick Dawson officially dead, seeing he's disappeared for so long. That or he's vomiting himself up. Don't want to get too scatological, I guess. Merry Christmas to everyone who has experienced Christmas so far. And those who haven't, I'll be saying that again at the stream in 7 hours' time. Thank you, Jeff and Amy, for being my guests, and thanks to Dick when he was here.
No, my
grateful
pleasure.
to have you on.
Absolutely.
And
Glad we were able to be here.
We're from 3 different continents. That's awesome.
That is very cool. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Worldwide representation.
Absolutely. And just not so long ago, this sort of instant communication would have been quite difficult. You know, there was always a delay in the satellite transmissions, but for some reason it's like we're in the next room, you know?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Gotta like it.
That's something we had growing up. I love it.
Yeah. It used to be really expensive to dial international too. So now we do it for free, basically.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
Merry Christmas to everyone in the chat. Thank you for coming along and watching us for this long. Still got 22 watching after 3 hours. That's pretty good.
That's
pretty
awesome.
good.
That gets my hours up as well, so that gets me closer to getting monetized. So I appreciate that very much. And I also appreciate everyone who's made a contribution. Oh, Colin's just woken up. He's got a little bit of a hangover. I suspect it's not a little bit somehow. But Colin, at 3 p.m. your time, I'll be on again, so we'll have a chat then, and we'll see how good your hangover is then. One way to cure a hangover is to stay drunk.
There you go.
All right. So thanks again to Amy and Jeff, and I'm going to go and, well, I'm not that hungry, seeing I was stuffed full for lunch. But, I guess I'm going to go and relax for a while and get a little bit of sleep before the next stream. So, and I guess, Amy, you definitely need to go to bed. Matt will be up in a couple of hours.
Yes, he will. Wanting his present.
Yep, and Santa's already been. So, Merry Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you in 7 hours if you're going to join me. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next video.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, a happy and safe holiday, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Thanks very much, and see you later.